That is pre-podcaster room.
So far, I'm just trying to match up, make sure that we both have um our numbers
Mm-hmm.
correct.
Yeah. So, like I said, I usually just I don't go to the bathroom that often. I drank this yesterday once, and I'm like, man, I'm in the bathroom all day today.
Damn, brutal.
Just,
It's like flushing your system.
I guess.
Man, I don't really. I don't think that's a thing. Right? Like you know how people say detoxing, like juices and all this stuff.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure your liver does all that. Like I don't think you need extra.
You're right, but like, I'm gonna say it right here, right now. I've never. What's the word I'm looking for? I've never kind of. Hmm. I've never had to go to the bathroom as often before. So
It could just be a
maybe
diuretic though.
it could be. It could be a diuretic where it's like. Because it says it has all the vitamins and minerals you need for the day, all in
Might have a
one
couple other
go.
things in there.
It's got a ton of what's that thing in bread that makes you have to go to the bathroom a lot?
In bread,
I think it's
bread
in
makes
bread.
you constipated.
No, it's cheese that makes you constipated. I think bread makes you go to the bathroom because it's got a
What's it got?
it's not wheat. It's
Wheat? I don't think wheat makes you constipated, does it? I
hold
don't
on.
eat as much bread nowadays as I did when I was younger, so I don't know. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Hey, look, my boxes came up. The box says a podcaster's true natural enemy.
True.
Podcast boxes.
Fiber.
Fiber.
Yeah.
That fiber doesn't make you
Yeah, fiber makes you go to the bathroom more.
I thought I thought a lot of fiber makes you constipated. Google that. Does fiber make you constipated?
So here's whole wheat bread is loaded with insoluble fiber to help you feel better right away. Our intestines can't absorb insoluble fiber, so they eliminate it fast.
Hmm. All right.
So
So basically, what got you on drinking this?
this thing, because I
Yeah.
was thinking I need to be healthier.
So you bought some
Well, I kept seeing
snake
ads.
oil.
I kept seeing ads for it on all my favorite
Ah, they
like
got you.
shows,
They got you, broken.
and so I put in the creator code to get the 20% off deal.
Oh, brutal. That's like BetterHelp.
Yup,
Oh no, broken. They got you.
they got me.
Um, hey, this will make you feel better.
Hmm.
What a great clip.
What is the clip? Hold on. Let me check
Oh,
it.
you didn't hear it?
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh.
Oh,
No? Still nothing?
nothing.
Huh. Um, Let me try something. Maybe Discord is being funny.
Oh wow, promoted by the streamers community. Did you know that you could do that now?
Is it output or input?
I don't know.
Output?
But did you know that you can actually if your community of Twitch watchers are such um,
The
simps,
input.
they could pay for you to be on the top page of people's chat, even if they don't even care about your content.
Wait, sorry, say that again?
As I said before, if you have enough simps on your stream, they
Okay.
can pay for your channel or your stream to be on the top page of live channels we think you'll like section
Hmm.
on Twitch. Because look at this. It says promoted by the streamers community.
Yes.
The very pinnacle of coziness, V Ray from VR Chat. And I can tell you right now that picture is a bunch of VTubers. So
Ugh.
there you go, buddy. And
A Max Splicer's natural enemy, VTubers.
You know what? I'm just gonna for research purposes. It had 2.6. Oh, they're not even streaming anymore. Wow, that's insane. But their stream had 2.6 thousand views. I don't think I need their help.
No, probably not.
They don't need any more help. I think they got enough viewers, okay? They don't need views from me, that's for sure.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. You're right. I can't do it.
Here.
I am having a very bad day.
Did you finally get that video I posted?
Yeah.
I am having a very bad day. I love that.
The other one's a little too long, where he's like, "Today is," what does he say? I always forget. It's a great clip. Stephen A. Smith. That's one of his like best rants. You know the context for that rant.
No, what is it?
It was a big draft, and New York had the number 2 pick, and they took a guy by the name of R.J. Barrett, I think, and he wanted somebody else. Or the picks traded. I forget what it was, but he could have gotten Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving because the Knicks had a bunch of salary cap and all that. Anyway, they went to the Nets, and the Nets are in Brooklyn instead of going to New York, which is, they're in Madison Square Garden. So he was like, he's a Knicks fan. So he's like, I cannot believe that we didn't get the 2 biggest free agents on the market. Plus, we traded our best player, and all we got to show for it is a rookie.
Dang, you hate to see it.
So he was having a very bad day.
Yep, you hate to see it. Now,
at least I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
I have a question for you. Why is it that every now and then I see Stephen A. Smith? I see the man. What's the word I'm looking for here? Oh yeah, he's got a Cowboys shirt on. Is he just?
Yeah. So he hates the Cowboys because they used to be his. He used to be. Oh, he still is. But First Take is a debate show that he and another guy by the name of Skip Bayless used to host together. And Skip Bayless was a huge Cowboys fan, and he would always talk about the Cowboys this, Cowboys that. But the Cowboys have been like they're good, but they're bad. So every now and again he'll do bets where he'll bet against the Cowboys, and then if they win, he has to like wear a shirt or whatever.
Okay, so if the Cowboys do good, he has to wear a shirt.
Depending on if he bets on it or not. Sometimes he loses bets. Yeah.
Well, I don't know why, but the Cowboys have been winning more games than they should.
Yeah, because their defense is really good. But they're getting their quarterback back next week against my lonely Detroit Lions. So terrible. All right, let me see if we have... Okay, so we both have 1-1.
Yep.
I got 2. You got 2. Okay. So the 2s are good. 3s are good.
I love how both our 1s and our 3s are the same.
Yeah, there's your 4. Where's my 4? There's my 4. Okay, so 4s are good. 5 from me. Oh wait, this should be your 5. I'm gonna color code this.
Hold on, you said I had 3 27s? I don't see 3 27s.
You might want to count again.
I see the second 27. I see 2 27s.
Hold on. Where's my 5? I see your 5. There's my 5. Okay, so 5s are good.
No, I see the third 27. It's
where is 6? There's my 6. There's your 6. So 6s are good. There's my 7.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna open up a Word doc.
There's your 7. 7s are good. 8s are good. There's your 9. Where's my 9?
Oh.
There's my 9. Okay, 9s are good. 10. Where's your 10? Uh-oh.
You know, it'd be funny if I recommended we all play Danganronpa for next month. And,
So I don't see a 10 from you, Broken.
done, done, done. Okay, well, Stealth is not getting that 10. That is not that honor.
It's not the game, Broken. It's the genre.
I don't like stealth genres. I want to go fast.
Oh, I thought you meant... Okay, I thought you said...
Me
Thief,
like
not-
going fast. Me no like going
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah, I don't see a 10 on here. So I don't know if you meant... Is your 11? Is JRPG a 10, or is that still 11?
You're right. JRPG is supposed to be a 10.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, wait, no, I have a
I'm
10.
dumb. Yeah. It's Western RPG. I missed it. Okay, so 10s are good.
Yeah, 10.
There's your 11.
Yeah.
Where's
I
my
like,
11?
I like Western RPGs, even though Witcher is technically an Eastern RPG, but you know what? It's all good.
11s are good. I need 12s now.
I'm sorry, I do not like
There's your
stealth.
12.
I don't like stealth games at all. By the way, the plan of attack is that this all gets drunk before the end of the podcast, Aru. So when we start the
God.
podcast, Aru, to when we
You're going to be running to the bathroom during breaks.
I get all my vitamins in one 12-ounce cup of water. Look at that. That's 12 ounces.
There's your 12. There's my 12. Okay. Making progress. Looking for 13s.
Mm-hmm.
There's my 13. There's your 13. Okay, 14s. There's your 14. Wait a second.
Yes.
You have two 13s?
Dun dun. Okay.
3D platformer and battle royale.
Okay.
Take a look at those. Also,
Beat
beat 'em ups?
Yeah, also 13.
Why do you have 313s?
13s. Dang,
Broken,
this
please.
is gonna be a pain in the butt. Okay, so before we continue, then, just to make sure I get all the pennies in a whatever you want to call it. What we're gonna do, this is hearsay, is I'm gonna type that I have, was it 3 13s?
You have 313s.
Okay.
Okay. 14s are good. I can see. But wait, you have two 14s.
What? Two
At least that I
14s?
can see. Yeah, you have two 14s, my friend.
I have way too many of everything, apparently.
Yeah. There's your 15. Where's my 15?
Okay.
I don't see my 15. Maybe they were color coded wrong. Maybe. Did you happen to change the color codes on here when you were filling these out by chance?
No, I just clicked on it.
Maybe it did something. Yeah, I don't see my 15, so let's see. Let me just search 15. There's your 15. So I think... So there's two 15s, but they're color-coded wrong? I'm going to say... Oh, there's my 15. Okay.
I'm just gonna do this just so that the podcast people can see this. That yes, we are live on my channel. I should probably
Hey-yo.
type that, and also on Twitter too.
Okay. 15s are good. 15s are good.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So what is
Let's
not
do
good?
16.
So wait, hold on. You said 14s were
16s are good. Let me do 14 real quick, and I'll let you know. 14, so you have two 14s, 2D platformer and rhythm.
Got it.
So you have two 14s. I believe you had Um,
I have a 15.
you have two 13s. Yeah, sorry, you have three 13s.
So I have a 14 and 13. So what I need to do at this point is I need to find the numbers I don't have and then replace it with the extra numbers I do have.
Fifteens are good.
You're good.
16s are good. 17.
You ever hear that meme where it's like you're good, but then
Yeah.
it's just scraping everything.
Okay. So you don't have an 18.
Okay, I don't have an 18. I'm about to write that down.
Okay.
So I don't have an 18. Got it.
Nineteens are good. Twenties are good. You don't have a 21.
21. Dang, the most iconic number.
You don't have a 22.
Nor a 22. You hate to see it.
Twenty-threes are good. 24s are good. 25s are good. You don't have a 26.
26. Got it.
You have two 27s. Oh, sorry. You have three 27s.
That should probably clue me in that I don't have a 28, 29, or 30.
You have a 28.
Okay, so
You have a 29/15. Not sure what you meant there.
so I explained it, but so I have a 29. So I'm missing 30.
You have a 30.
I do have a 30. Okay, so
Yeah. You don't have a 31 though.
there it is. There.
So, when you wrote down, so what do you have duplicates of? It was 13, right?
13.
You have 3 13s.
And I think you said 14.
So you have 3 13s, 3 27s,
That's
and then
a 2 14s. So that's
and 2 14s.
4,
How did that happen?
5. Wait, that math doesn't work either.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly.
That math doesn't round up because the only numbers I'm missing is 18, 21, 22, 26, and 31, which is 5 numbers. Which means that technically I'm only missing 5 instead of 6 numbers or 7 numbers. Huh. Interesting. So we are currently live with episode 8 of Ride to Orbis on.
Oh man, this is
Featuring
okay.
Pringle the 2. And
Featuring math.
no, not math. I said Pringle the 2 and you, and I'm adding you on this on the tweet.
No, I meant like featuring math, as in like I can't figure this out.
Special guest math.
I'm
Which
confused
we both
here.
Blumped, apparently.
1 1. There's my 2. How about let me count mine and see if I'm good. So, and then I'll do yours. So there's my 1.
You know what? I did it.
There's my 2.
I added right at the right as a comment. I added special guest math because apparently we both flunked it.
There's my 3. I don't have a 4. There's your 4. Okay, so I don't have a 4. Oh no, there's my 4. Okay, so there's my 4. Where's my 5? There's my 5. There's my 6. There's my 7.
By the way, did you hear that?
My 8.
Did you hear that? Leon, uh, in RE4 can and I quote, can
11. Sorry.
riveting content? I know, Zio. Thank you very much. It is indeed riveting content.
There's my 12.
I could have swore I changed my Twitch stream. Let me check that.
It's my 13. 13. $14.
Yeah, I swapped that to Podcaster Roonies. Yeah.
15. 16. 17.
So, Zio, in order to explain what's going on, we're basically fixing something that we're going to be talking about later in this
19.
podcast.
20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. Broken, my list is on point. Something went wrong with your
My math, you're right.
rankings, yeah. So
I just want to let you know. We both flunked math, apparently. This is basically just stating that we both flunked math. I just wanted to.
I don't know. I think I passed.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because I didn't change anything of mine.
Are you sure? Because I could have swore the first time we had this conversation, you said, and I quote, "Oh yeah, there's only 30 of these, and now there's 31 of these."
Yeah, but I didn't count right the first time because I never did add anything on mine. It's 31. So let me count yours again.
Oh.
1.
All right.
2.
So you said there is. Okay, I see the two 14s.
3.
So that's. You know what? I'm gonna change that to this. There we go. Fixed it in post. Fixed in post. All right. So there's
5, 6, 7, 8,
I will give this a 26.
9, 10.
I will give
11, 12, 13.
What was the number you said I had extra of?
You got 2 13s.
I had two 13s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll fix that now.
There's your 14.
My brain
There's your
is
15.
losing it. All right, hold on. So I have two 13s. Oh, this is gonna be hard. You know what? Hold on.
You don't have an 18.
I do
There
have
it
an
is.
18. It's rhythm.
Okay. So you must have just put that in there.
Yeah. I'm going to.
Let me see. Where's your 19 at? There's your 19.
This is hard now.
There's 20.
Give me a second. I'm going to change this to 15. Change this to, whoops, 16. Put that back there.
Only thing I don't see on here right now is 21.
And then let's see here. Yeah, I'm fixing it right now in post. It's
Okay.
21 and 31. So I should have two 16s currently. I'm going to fix that to 17. This will be 18. Where's my 18 at? Rhythm. 19. All right, we fixed it. We fixed it. All right, now where is my two of what was it again?
I thought you wrote it down.
I wrote down the ones I'm missing, not the ones I have extra of.
You got 213 still.
213.
3D platformer, beat 'em ups.
I could have swore I fixed that. Ah, my brain. All right, I should have two 12s now. Now I should have two 11s. And I'm gonna freaking fix that right now.
So now you have two 12s.
Yes, I do have two 12s. And I'm going to say that.
Maybe.
Oh man, I gotta redo this. Maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe just do it 1 through 31 again.
Oh.
That might be easier, honestly, because it seems like we're kind of getting lost in the numbers with the duplicates.
Yeah. Let me
Take your time.
Let me restart. Whoops.
Yeah, take your time. I mean, it's 7:30. Not a super heavy podcast, I don't think. I'll entertain chat. I haven't even opened up your stream yet. Who's in chat?
You know who.
Oh shit, that's loud.
It's your boys. Oh, by the way, you know
I'm really
what?
loud.
What do you have? You have Firefox or you have Google?
The Googles.
All right, I'm going to go and help you out real quick. You know, because I installed this on my Firefox, but since you're using Google, I'm gonna open up Google.
No, stay to the task. Do your list.
I was gonna say you should install the no ads on Twitch.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I installed it because, and I'm gonna be real with you, I don't like ads, and I'm going to make it a thing where anybody who watches me installs that app too, and be like,
I don't know anybody that likes ads.
you should install this. You should install this add-on. Why should you install it? Oh, I'll tell you why. So you can watch my terrible stream with no ads. Alright. Oh, man. This is 12 ounces of pure hell.
Stop drinking in there.
Okay. I just want to...
Nobody's forcing you.
I just want to show you live on camera what it tastes like.
Dude, it looked not
Good.
great. Looked like no bueno.
Alright. I'm just typing down all the numbers.
Type them numbers.
22...
And make sure not to duplicate anything. Please.
What do you think I'm doing this for?
I'm just saying, it's
Alright, cool. So we got 1 through 31 down on the list. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to... That...
just remember where you're at on the numbers, because it looked like what happened was, I don't know how long you were deliberating, but it looked what happened, at least to me, it looks like you were thinking about stuff, but then you forgot what your last rank was. So whenever you're putting a rank, just remember that number and then go one number above.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Counting.
I'm sorry. I know you have that as a 26, but I'm putting it as a 29. Screw that genre. In its entirety.
I mean, 26 out of 31. That's not very high on my end, so it's
I don't
pretty
know.
low.
I guess we both like to go fast. I guess we don't like going slow. Is that a
Um, yeah, we'll explain it on the podcast.
indeed? Actually, I'm gonna put that as 11 because this is my 10, and then
Uh-oh.
what?
That's how you get. That's how you become confusion.
Nope, I fixed it already. Fix it in
Alrighty.
post.
This is technically pre.
Well, I guess you're right. And then I'm sorry, but I know you might. No, wait, never mind. Let me go to the one that's number 2. I'm sorry to say this.
Hey man, this is your list.
I apologize.
How are you already on? See, this is how you get confused, Broken.
I want you to see that I have a text document with 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 30, and 31. I have the
Why not
numbers
just-
I don't use already.
Why not just? Okay, all right.
Why not go down in ranking? I don't,
Yeah, like it'll be easier that way.
You know, you're right, but I like to be complicated, I guess.
Well, I mean, evidently, because you just put 117 in a list of 31.
All right. There. I made the I'm going to explain the why there's 2 rankings on that one,
Okay.
and I'm going to explain why there's 2 rank. Oh wait.
They share the same. Rogan, please.
If you ever want to see live unedited me losing my mind.
Dude, you're seeing you put numbers down on a Word doc. I've never thought that it would be so frustrating. Like,
You know what this means? This means I'm going to be the best programmer in the world. I'm going to make a
Dude,
great coding. I'm going to code
Yeah,
the
you
greatest game ever.
if you, I mean, you certainly have a madness to your method.
Alrighty then, chat room. Sorry, the Gotcha Vortex is low on my list.
So far, so good. I don't see any duplicates.
Nope, I already had one. So I should be missing 22 and 23.
Yeah, you have 2 blanks.
Where's the other blank?
First one,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
wow,
I'll admit it.
that's really low.
I'm more of a 3D platformer kind of guy, not a 2D.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Alrighty, let's begin.
So you're good. It
Yeah,
seems
I'm
like,
good.
right?
I'm good.
Are you good?
No, I'm not good. I'm feeling very
Oh
good.
man,
Yeah,
it looks good though. I think you corrected
I corrected the problems.
the mistakes. Yes.
All right.
You ever like get the red marker from like the teacher? You're like,
Yes.
please correct, and then
I'm in college. I get that all the time. Do you know how many
please
times
change.
Do you know how many times I would send a English report in, and the English teacher would send back like a 5-page document of red marks saying, "Please change this, please change that," and I'm like, I thought that was great. What do you mean?
Right. I've gotten that before. I've gotten that in high school where like I wrote an English class. I didn't put any like commas in my sentences, so I was supposed to write like 20 sentences, and instead like she just gave me like a credit for like a few sentences because I didn't put like commas or periods. I was like, oh, that's a little nitpicky. I use different lines, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
But it's a lesson.
I need to know how much they're paying all these podcast YouTubers and the likes for this, because holy crap, it tastes. Ugh. How much money are they getting?
I mean, come on, you were sold by YouTubers. I mean, you should know that the product is going to be dog shit. Like, they're just making money. The fact that you're still drinking it is
I'm going
amazing.
to drink all of it by the end of this podcast. All right.
You just you
the
can't.
Beginning of this podcast to the end of this podcast, we're going to go from up here to down here.
Oh man. Well, good luck to you, my friend. Hopefully, you do not. It sounds like you're just chugging straight vodka. The reactions you're making. It's supposed to be healthy for you.
I feel like I need sugar or something because it's just bitter.
Wait, is this bitter? Wait,
Yeah.
Vegetables shouldn't be bitter though.
It's like I'm eating straight. I mean, it tastes like I'm drinking straight broccoli.
That shouldn't be bitter.
It just tastes nasty. It just tastes like, I don't know, like broccoli,
I don't
but
know.
like in kale.
I'm not sure there's broccoli in there. It must be something else.
It tastes like kale, and it's not good. I don't know.
What do you say? Are we good to clap up?
Yeah, we're good to Catholic.
All right. My thing working?
Can't do it.
I can't do it. Indeed, every time I take a sip of this, you should put "can't do it."
Right. All right. Let me record. I had to pause recording for the list making. Broken, please. Stop. Don't do this to yourself.
I have to.
Man,
I must.
you're definitely taking a pre-break after this. I know that.
Yeah, you're right. All right, let's go.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ride to Orbis, a gaming podcast-aroo. My name is Max Bleister. I am one of the three elusive hosts of this podcast. Joining me, as always, is a man that goes by many names. A math doer is not one of those. However, he is known by many as a athletic drinker
Indeed.
and a Guilty Gear player, Mr. Broken Wing himself. Maybe I'm alive.
Apparently bad at Exerd now.
Damn, you're one of those now, huh?
I have been playing Strive so much that when I hopped into Exerd, I was like, God, I'm garbage.
Damn, washed, broken, boomer. Actually, the boomer should be good at Exerd, right?
Yeah, Boomer should be good at the game. Well, actually, no, because the Boomers played Plus R, so
Oh, that's right.
This is a millennial game, so I'm technically a Zoomer now.
You're a zoomie.
I'm
Damn.
I'm zooming through.
You be zooming. Yeah, man. Right to Orbis. It's a podcast. We host it every week, except for last week. No podcast-aroo last week. We did not show up for work. And yeah, apologies for people that listen to this. All 7 people. I've seen the stats. So we didn't disappoint too many people. However, if you were anticipating this podcast last week, apologies. Honestly, it just didn't work out. Like, I was really tired from the whole week of work. I've been kind of going through it, and you were as well. So I didn't want you being all zombified, coming back from work and tired, and I wasn't really feeling it. So I was like, you know what? Compiling the slow week of news that we had, plus very low motivation to record something of substance, we were like, let's skip episode 8 and come back to episode 8 a week later, and therefore that's why we skipped that episode. Here we are on episode 8. So our streak of 7 is broken. No pun intended. We have to get another streak going, but it always starts at 1, my friend.
It does.
It does. So here we are. Right to Orbis, and I think a pretty fun show. It's pretty diverse with the gaming themes as well as games.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Yeah.
I got some housekeeping first. Since we missed last week,
Go for it.
I want to talk about 2 weeks ago. The RTO versus CNC recap for Tekken 7 Exhibition Tournament. Hey, shout outs to everybody who participated. It was awesome. It was great. It was Tekken 7, sort of a round robin team tournament. Was a success, in my opinion. It actually was great. Like, I ran the tournament, and the participants who were in the tournament made it so easy to run. Everybody was super organized on Team RTO, Team CNC. The winners were Right to Orbis. Very close set. Close set 16 to 11. RTO versus CNC in Tekken 7. Awesome. It was great. So shout outs to Ty, who is a co-host over at the Coffee and Combos podcast, for joining me halfway through the exhibition, co-commentating with me, because, man, I was kind of struggle busing there, and I needed a co-commentator, so he came in and helped me out, so that was great. We had some MVPs. Brute Slayer and Predator Rain, aka Shiju, were the MVPs on Team Ride to Orbis. Brute Slayer went on a run, 7 wins in the exhibition. He took 7 lives away from CNC. And Predator Rain, Shiju, my real life friend, she beat Psycho Duck, who was the MVP for Team CNC, because he was starting to take the momentum back for Team CNC with his Master Raven. And then Shiju came out there, played Kunimitsu, and won some clutch matches to bring the momentum back on Team Ride to Orbis. And eventually Kareem closed it out. And 16 to 11. And it was a super fun exhibition, really well run. Thank you for everybody who participated, everybody who watched. And the archive is on the main Max Splicer channel, which I guess, according to YouTube now, we have handles. So I guess you can just put @MaxSplicer on YouTube
Yes,
and just find it.
You can actually. There is handles now. I've just got that
Yeah.
email. Hey, did you know you could put handles on your YouTube stream? I'm like, wow.
Yeah. And I guess that they reserve whatever your channel name is, as long as nobody else has that name. Mm-hmm. They reserve that for your handle. So I didn't even have to change anything. They just gave me @MaxSplicer. So
there you go.
It's like my Twitters. Which, hey, we'll talk about Twitter.
It's not like my Twitter, that's for sure. My Twitter has to have an underscore at the end of it, because there's that one. You know what? I gotta. This is gonna be a live unedited.
Oh my God, you and your live unedited, always making my podcast hosting difficult.
Hey,
we saw that during pre-show. By the way, I have to put you on blast. I'm sorry, Broken.
Go for it.
But I gave you an assignment, which technically during the pre-podcast was your 3rd time doing. And the first time I think you didn't read the instructions because you thought we were talking about specific games as opposed to genres. The second time, you somehow messed up the order, and you had multiple duplicates. So the 3rd time you corrected it all, although your method is a little maddening, but you know what? It worked out. So we'll kind of talk about that once we get to our little topic of the week. But anyway.
So.
Hey, yeah. Okay, your Twitter. What's going on?
I found it. The original Cheryl Butler, a.k.a. the original Broken Wing 777.
Shout out to Cheryl Butler.
Who hasn't posted since 2015.
That's crazy. Why would she be called Broken Wing 777?
I don't know, but her actual thing, you know, like how it has the @ and then the actual name. Her actual name is Cheryl Butler.
Shout outs to Cheryl Butler. She's the true second seat of the RTO podcast.
She's following 5 people and's got 1 follower.
Damn. She's so popular.
She's super popular. So popular that she's holding on to that goddamn. I'm not.
Maybe can you not? Have you tried @Broken Wing? Can you not take off the 7s?
No, I mean, you know what? I'm thinking about it. Like I could have swore someone was angry about how Twitter has yet to fix like dead accounts that hold
Dead usernames, yeah.
Yeah, dead usernames.
They really should send out emails, and if you don't
Respond.
hold on, yeah, they should, wipe it out. They do that with MMOs sometimes, right? Where like people will have cool names like Saber or like Tiger, and like they don't play the game anymore because they've logged on 8 years ago. So they'll send out emails to be like, "Hey, are you active? Are you dead?" And then they just remove you.
Well, the thing is that when it comes to like MMOs, a lot of MMOs that I play, you make your own name in the game, and like I'm guessing the only one I can think of is technically WoW that does that. Like with WoW, I guess that would make sense for them to do that. But like in
MapleStory did that.
And MapleStory does? Oh, okay, that MapleStory too.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say like there's a lot of MMOs that I played where it's like you make your character name and you could have like 15 of the same character name.
Oh, whack. Huh.
Your definition of
Anyway, this is a podcast.
Yeah.
We're off to an interesting start. Shout outs to people that listen to the podcast, which you can find them
Yep.
on Patreon, Discord, sometimes Apple reviews, seldom. Every blue moon, we'll get one. Be like, hey, Max sucks, but Pringle is funny. By the way, Pringle, shout outs to him. He might be soon TM on this podcast, but don't hold your breath. We'll see. He said he is closer to maybe making an appearance, but still somewhat far away. So shout outs to Pringle. Maybe he'll join us in the coming weeks. TBD. But yeah, shout outs to everybody. Hey, speaking of Twitter, mailbag is still open. It's always open. So people can show up to the Discord and put their questions down there on Twitter, on Patreon, on reviews, Apple Podcasts, all that. So yeah, we already have a decent amount of questions. Not enough for a mailbag episode just yet. We're still compiling, so if you got a question, please let us know. And submit them. One last thing. No corrections this week. Although, technically, we did have a couple corrections with our list. But since that was off air, we're not going to add those. But, hey, 2 weeks ago, you went over the whole Street Fighter 6, beta options, all that stuff. And people liked your breakdown. They thanked you because they didn't have time to go through the list themselves. And sometimes some of those guys didn't, or girls. And they didn't get into the beta, like myself. So you breaking it down was helpful to them. So good job.
Oh, okay. I was watching that podcast when it came out, and I was like, oh my god, the game already ended by the time this aired. So I was like, man, this is super cringe because like everyone's already seen the game. So
I think it's fine. I mean, you breaking it down and going over the options is not a bad thing because it just goes more in depth into what people are seeing on screen. I mean, I don't think it was bad. I liked it.
I should have actually.
I mean, you went a little too in depth a couple times. I had to stop you.
Yeah.
But it was fine.
I will say this: I should have kept my game and not updated it because apparently there was an update that went out that deleted the exe files. But people that didn't update the beta, they shout outs to the Street Fighter 5 beta. You remember how I said in the Street Fighter 5 beta?
Yeah.
The same type. It comes back. It comes back again.
Cyclical, as they say, right?
Yes. You let the PC players play on a beta, they rip everything, they find everything, they crack everything, and then, time betas are no longer time betas.
Yeah, man. I mean, I said that. Remember when we read that news item when they were like saying, hey, there's going to be a beta, and they said Steam, and I was so surprised. I was like, are they going to really put this on Steam after the debacle that was Street Fighter 5? Because these PC players cannot help themselves but rip that shit. Like,
and by these PC players, you obviously mean both of us, since we're both PC players.
That's true. Listen, I'm a part of the problem, although I wouldn't do that.
Me neither. I
Because,
actually, fun fact.
got other games to play.
Fun fact, everybody. At the end of the beta, I, like a good citizen, deleted the beta.
There you go.
I am a good
very,
citizen,
very nice.
A good citizen.
Yeah. Capcom right now.
I'm having a very bad day.
Yeah, they're not. They're not happy about this. But hey, they should have seen that coming. I mean, you give PC players a beta, they will take advantage of it. It comes with the rules of PC betas. Sorry.
You see, if for everybody that keeps asking, why is there no fighting game betas on PC?
Farting games?
Well, fighting, not farting.
Right. You had food in your mouth, sound like farting. Anyway.
Okay. Why is there no fighting games beta ever come out on PC? Well, you found out now, huh?
Hey, I don't ever really complain when there isn't one for PC because I understand why. And I don't play betas because they never come to PC, which I'm okay with. I don't see how they're going to come out with another one. Not Capcom, but like Tekken. Like, why would Tekken come out with a beta for PC? Why would they do that?
It's going to be PS4 and Xbox Series X. I mean, PS5 and Xbox Series X exclusive. I forgot.
I don't think they're even going to put out a beta for that game, to be honest. They're not really known for betas. Namco?
Well, this Tekken 8 will not be on arcades. Fun fact: probably the reason why is because there is not a single arcade system made that could run Tekken 8.
Right. I can't wait to play that game.
We've come full circle. We went from arcades are too powerful. We can't port arcade games to consoles. To consoles and PCs are too powerful. We can't port the games to arcades.
Again, cyclical. What goes around comes around.
Indeed. Oh, well.
That's housekeeping right there. Pretty smooth. What's going on? What are we playing? Broken? I threatened yesterday in our little group chat. I was like, man, I am putting in my 2 weeks tomorrow. However, I had a discussion with my boss today. You know what? I think there's a thing with like unspoken, I guess, like an unspoken vibe or feeling, because I think I've been giving out this feeling that like I am not happy, like I am having a very bad day. Like I'm not doing well.
Very bad day.
Yeah. I was feeling like Stephen A. Smith for a while because I'm on this project, which I'm not happy about. It's not been good. NG. And my boss actually approached me because I think he could tell. So I was going to put in my 2 weeks because I was like done, man. I was like, this is awful. Going into work sucks. It used to be really cool. They took away all the people I liked working with. They took away the project I like being on. And they gave me people I don't like working with. And they put me on a project that sucks. So I was like, that's how you allow for low morale among your employees. So anyway, I think they felt that. And he caught me in between the hallway and their little lunchroom, whatever. And he was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, not good. NG. And he was like, yeah, I know. So listen, we're going to just take you off this project. You'll go back to your old stuff. I was like, well, good. Because I was going to say, I was going to bounce out of this place. Because I was like, I'm not going to stay doing this shit. And I think they felt that. So I'm not going to quit my job just yet. I do want to eventually, just because I'm kind of like tired. But I want to work part-time if I can. I think I can swing it. But soon. But not just yet. So anyway, that's what's going on.
Speaking of jobs. I am probably going to quit mine. I have gotten so impatient with this job. They don't respect me, I guess. They do not respect me at all. For one,
Pringles, right?
Yeah, I've been working there for like 7-8 months now, like 9
Damn.
months coming up, and yet I have not had a trainer. I've not had anybody. We've had people come in. And people that have been in for like maybe a week have had a trainer. But me, who's been in for like 8-9 months, nope, never had a trainer. Let's see here. I came in asking to be a bartender, and they've said, oh, we're full. And yet they've hired 4 bartenders to work the bar.
Passed on.
And they've given 3 people that were originally servers, bartender roles. And one of them is leaving. One of them's leaving because of college, because he can't work anymore. One of them was permanent cash, is now also in the bar. And one of them only is in the bar, is in the same position as me, where he's getting disrespected. And they're finally giving him a chance, but not really, because he doesn't get to work the weekends at night, where he would make the most money for the bar. So I'm like, you know what? Cool. I'm about to start school soon. when I start school, deuces,
Yep. Peace.
peace around.
Kind of is. It's how it is. It's unfortunate. Like some of these jobs that aren't exactly careers, and I wouldn't consider mine. I mean, I guess it could be a career, but I don't see it as one. It seems like employers sometimes will get really comfortable with how you're allowing them to treat you because you just haven't said anything, and then that becomes the standard. It's really when you got to shake up the trees that, you know.
So yeah, I'm basically so what I'm gonna do, actually, fun fact, is tomorrow I'm gonna say, hey, I'm not working Monday through Thursday. I'll work the weekend because I'm gonna go and get everything set up for college, and then that's probably gonna be my last weekend because after that I'm just gonna make enough money to pay for rent for next month, and then I'm just gonna go straight into school. And I'm gonna
Programmer.
Yep, and I'm gonna go. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can work at one of the places I did want to go to, which is like Nexus Esports, which is a local of mine. I'm actually gonna go to that local too on Fridays and make bank.
Ayo.
I'm gonna make bank. I saw Guilty Gear Strive is one of the games that they host during the week. I was like,
Nice.
That's easy money. That is straight
Plone.
easy money.
Clone some noobs.
It is. I had one person in Waco, who's technically not in Waco, who I was afraid of. And the moment he said, oh, I don't go there because, like, I live in another city. And so, like, I rarely get the chance to go there. I only go to, like, King's Landing. I was like, oh, easy money.
How many people are going to enter, though?
I don't know, but it's just still easy money. My Anji is undefeated.
Hey, yo, nice. I knew you were an Anji player.
Look, I play Leo, but like Anji is
At heart.
Every time I lose or I go like on a losing streak,
Of course.
Anji comes in like out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey, you know what would happen if you picked me instead? You'd win more." I'm just like, I need you to stop.
We've been telling you this. Just listen to the voice in your head. So that's what we're doing. What we're playing, man. Dude, Death's Door was so fun. That game is sick. I beat it. I 100%ed it, actually.
Oh.
I did everything. I did everything in the game. And that game is hella good. I want to do like a mini review for it, maybe this weekend if I got some time. I'll write something up and do some voice lines. So I don't want to talk about it too much on here. I'll do it on the main channel. But I just got to say, I really recommend Death's Door. That was super, super fun. Like, I enjoyed every single second playing that game. I think I put in close to 30 hours. You know what's really sad? I have more hours in Death's Door than I do in Melty Blood Type Lumina now. That's saying something, unfortunately.
Check your TFH.
No, TFH has over 100, so it's not even close. But like, same thing with Persona. But I think I had like 30 in MBTL, and Death's Door is like at 32 now. So, yeah.
Well, you should get into Melty Blood Type Lumina because they added the sick jukebox option.
Yeah. Probably not. But,
10 songs from the original that Raito remastered are in Type Lumina.
For free.
Shout outs to Raito. This man's legend.
Great music.
Anytime he makes a fighting game song, it just jams. It's just a bop. I don't think there's one.
There's Old Melty, the car alarm one. That one's terrible.
I unironically like the car alarm one because it just sounds silly.
Terrible.
It just sounds silly.
It's so chaotic.
That's why I think it's funny because it's just so chaotic. But the one song I never get is the one where he's rapping and no one to this day understands a word he's saying.
I don't know that one. I probably do, but I just can't recall it.
It's Obscure Zone.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, I had a feeling I knew that one. Yeah.
Obscure Zone. Nobody knows what on earth he's saying, but they're like, it's catchy, but like.
There's some weird ones. I like the cat one. The cat one's pretty good. They're all good really, except for a few.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's Melty Blood. Played Death's Door. It's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Our co-op game. The game that won the review discussion contest, River City Girls. First two playthroughs, we're playing every Wednesday. So we played 2 Wednesdays ago, and we played or rather, we played last Wednesday and we played this Wednesday.
Wednesday, yes.
That just happened. We're recording this on Thursdays, and yeah, I can't say much. I don't want to say too much because I do want to leave that for the review discussion. But I will say, going in, I expected it to be what I thought it would be, and so far so good. Like it's hitting the nail that I thought it was going. That's not an expression. Whatever. Anyway, it is what I thought it was going to be. The Bears are who we thought they were. That's another sports reference, but you don't get that one.
Actually, honestly, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more exciting to me than I thought it would. Because like going in, I thought it was just going to be. I'll say this. I thought it was going to be like episodic, where it's like. Go from one arena to another, but the way they structured it actually is kind of really dope.
Yeah. I'll say one thing about that game. I normally like cringe when I hear English voice acting in games like this because they seem very Japanese to me. Obviously the names, the visual, and I mean look at what like the places we're going to.
Yeah.
It's very Japanese, but the English voice acting it doesn't really make me cringe. I think they did a good job. The game is actually like it's pretty funny. Like it's cleverly written to make jokes like translate better in English as they would in Japanese. So it's pretty good.
You know what it is? It's WayForward games. I
Is
feel
it?
like
Okay.
anytime WayForward Games makes a game, because WayForward Games is recognized by Japan as being like a good American studio.
Mm.
That like they know what they're doing. Okay, like the Shantae series is good. Shantae.
Is it Shantae? Yeah.
Yeah, so the Shantae series is good.
It's a podcast correction.
Yeah. That series is good. Their other like series are good. So like when I saw that it was WayForward and ArcSys that made this game, I was like, you know what? I'll give WayForward the benefit of a doubt, and then like it pulled
It's
out.
good. The localization I think is pretty good, and I don't really like playing games like that in English. But even I say like, hey, that's actually not bad.
Also, fuck those two bitches.
Yeah, I hope we get to fight them eventually.
We are going to fight them. I'm
Yeah.
making it a thing, by the way. So this is a podcast first. I'm making it a thing where we 110% this game just so we could beat their ass.
I'm down. I'm
I'm
down. I'm
not-
enjoying our playthroughs.
I am too, and I'm not letting those bitches get away with this.
Right.
They make me angry every time they're on screen. I'm just like
They're good.
don't
I mean,
wanna-
that's their role. They're good side little villains where they're like, they're annoying enough to make you hate them because you want to beat them up.
you
good.
don't know what a bra is. You don't know one either, bitch. You're flat.
Right? So what are you doing outside of River City Girls? What are you playing?
I touched Potion Permit like once this week, but I started a new game. It's called Eastward. It's a really good, fun little game. It looks like Undertale, and Undertale, Earthbound, all those games, but it plays Omori, but it plays like Zelda, like classic Zelda. Like you get weapons, you get items, and then you use said items in dungeons and all that. It even has like Zelda art, like and also it has like classic Zelda menus. So it's a really good game, and it's also hitting the heartstrings really hard. Like there's a moment. I'm not going to spoil it. But there's a moment.
But don't,
that
because I
literally
had to
happened.
censor you last time with Uncharted.
Yeah, there's a moment that happened in the game recently where I'm at, where I was just like, did they just do this? It hurts. And then like afterwards, one of the main characters, which is a girl, is just like, she doesn't know what happens. And so she's just like, she not only does she not know what happened, she doesn't even recognize where she was before. So like she's just like gleeful and joyful and all that, and everyone else is just like, this just happened. And you're just like, oh man, this hurts.
That game's on my wish list actually. I've known about that from JJ in our Discord. He played it, he beat it, he recommended it. He's like, hey, you might like this game, Mac. So I looked it up. And I was like, hey, it looks pretty neat. I was playing other things at the time, and it's still on my wish list. It's definitely on the back burner, but I want to get to it eventually. So
I also
looks neat.
Yeah, I also got Rhythm Doctor. Rhythm Doctor is a really interesting rhythm game. So
Speaking of rhythm games, did you see your boy, your trombone champ, has become really popular on Twitter?
yeah, I love trombone champ. It's honestly making me think about like renting a trombone, hooking it up to a mouse,
Don't do
and
it.
then like actually like playing trombone on a stream once.
Oh man.
That would because I actually played trombone before. So
Yeah,
I
you
was
mentioned
thinking, I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe I should do a trombone stream where I rent a trombone at like the Guitar Center, go to Guitar Center, go rent a trombone, hook it up to my mouse, and actually play trombone on stream and like play trombone champ. That'd be kind of like a cool little stream, wouldn't it?
Yeah, pretty zany.
Yep. But that requires coding and stuff like that because I'd have to set up my camera to recognize how far my
Right.
trombone is in relation to the mouse. But that. Anyways, back to Rhythm Doctor. Rhythm Doctor's an interesting game because the way it works is that you have
A doctor.
no.
Okay.
You are the doctor. You are the
Okay.
doctor. So the way the game works is that on the 7th beat of the song, every 7 beats, you hit the button. So you don't hit the button like on the beat, like most rhythm games. You hit it on the 7th beat. So you're
Okay.
like you have to listen to the song and then hit it, and it doesn't really give you a visual indication or a visual cue that hey, this is the 7th beat. So it's very, very much like listen to the song, listen to the beat,
Auditory.
like very auditory. So I was like, oh, this is a super interesting kind of game.
Nice. And I see here, of course, the usual suspects.
Yep, the usual suspects. FF14. There was a bunch of new stuff came out, so I checked it out. Guilty Gear Rev 2 and Strive betas came and went. Well,
Yep.
Rev 2 beta is still going, but you know.
I haven't played it, honestly. I'll play it when it's out of beta and it comes fully. I'll try it out. But for the beta, I was like, you know what?
So
Probably not.
So Zach recently said that it might take 6 months after the beta comes out for it to be implemented.
That's fine. I'm not in a hurry.
I'm not in a hurry either. I'm sorry.
I'm playing Persona anyway, so like, it don't matter to me.
I'm playing Strive.
Yeah.
I'm playing the Zoomer game.
Yeah. I played a Japanese Akihiko player yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And that dude beat my ass 7 straight, but like the connection was so good. Like,
There you
dude,
go.
he does way too much fucking damage. Like, he does so much damage. But like you cannot make a mistake. Like you make a mistake, you're dead. I'm not even DPing. And he just does like 5k. Show has low health. Anyway, forget about it. That dude was good. That dude was really good. And his defense was on point. I wonder if some of these people play Show because I find that I open a lot of people up just from inexperience. They don't know how to do I mean, he has high, low, and left and right. But yeah, that dude made me pay.
Did you see the Persona Evo tournament? Like the winner was a Show player. So like, or was he a Minazuki?
Which one?
No, he was a Minazuki player.
Which one?
The current or this year's Evo, the Persona champ was like a Minazuki player.
Yeah, probably a Minazuki. I don't know any Show players that play that character and win.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was a Minazuki player.
there's an old school Japanese player by the name of Okusan who did really good with Show, but outside of him, I don't know anybody else who actually took that character far, but he is pretty sick.
He is.
If you're watching the video of this podcast, he's right over my left shoulder in the red. He's sick. I have all my Persona characters. I got Narukami right behind me, and then Labris is right above him. So all 3 of the gang are on the wall. I want to get a Dirk one somewhere. I have a bunch of Dirk pictures on my hard drive, so
Speaking of betas,
I go through them.
I must be the beta man, by the way, because I'm playing a new beta called The First Descendants. So The First Descendants is a cool looter shooter game. It's pretty interesting, honestly. I like it. It's going to be free to play Nexon game coming out soon.
Ooh, you said
Yeah,
the curse word there. Starts with N.
ends with N.
And ends with N. Oh man, listen, I know my fair share of Nexon.
Yeah,
It ain't
you
good.
must, because it's a Maple Story, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, the Korean art hits hard. All the ladies are very curvy and very slim. Very
Yeah, Korean
bossy.
art has very unique. Although I will say I really like DFO's art. They got great art,
Yeah, they do. But
good character design.
I will say this: having played Destiny a lot, this game might be my Destiny killer. It might actually just be my Destiny killer. I might just stop playing Destiny and just play the first Descendants when it comes out, because this game is fun. Like, it's free for one. Destiny 2 is also free, but it's like most of its stuff is gate kept behind all, like, you having to purchase stuff, so not really free technically.
Premium.
Freemium. And two, like, the game gives you loot like all the time. Unlike Destiny. Like Destiny, you'll get like loot maybe once in a blue moon. This game, I'm fucking drowning in loot. I love it.
Get that loot. Oh, cool.
Who knew a looter shooter
Seems
that
like-
drowns you in loot is fun to play?
Right. Until people, have fatigue and then they just go back to what they normally play. As gamers tend to do.
As we should
I mean,
do.
I'm a victim. Yeah, I'm a victim. Not a victim, but like a suspect. I don't know. Words. Anyway, that's what we've been playing, what we've been doing. A pretty lengthy opening segment to the podcast, but that's fine. Took a week off, so we deserve to go a little longer. But you've been drinking this concoction, some snake oil from YouTubers. So I'm sure. Oh wow, you're about halfway done
Yup.
drinking this green. What is it called? Athletic Green.
Athletic Greens.
Athletic
That's the
Greens.
title
Not a
right
sponsor.
there.
Not a
Not
sponsor.
sponsored by Athletic Greens, nor will we ever be by the end of this podcast, because
No.
as the video viewers will see, every time I drink it, I cringe.
Yeah, you definitely. The look on your face looks like you're just chugging just something that either tastes horrible or smells horrible. It's not good. So yeah, just like that. So
It's a little bit of
It's not
both,
good.
honestly.
so let's take a short break because I have a feeling you probably need to use the bathroom.
No.
And
I just need
Okay.
I just need the moment to decompress.
okay, yeah, you know what? How about we both decompress with a short break, and we'll be right back. Talk about some news.
Let's go. Zio, the definition of cool being Saber and Tiger is 100% true.
What did he say? I had to close the stream so it doesn't lag.
Zio says your definition of cool names is Saber and Tiger, and then he says Deco is rubbing off Mac clearly.
Oh, I meant like names that didn't have. Actually, you know what? Fuck you, Zio. I don't owe you an explanation. Fuck you. I meant games like names that don't have like numbers at the end of them, like Titan 142 or some shit, like
Exactly.
just regular names. But yeah, fuck you. I don't like you because you're annoying sometimes.
Luckily, this is on the this is in the break that's not going to be on the podcast.
I might add it. Who knows? I could just censor the F-bombs to make it funnier. But yeah.
Honestly, sometimes
Can't do it.
Honestly, sometimes I think, now that I think about it, censoring is both a blessing and a curse. Censoring makes things funny, but it also is a pain in the ass to deal with, because like I just want to see and or hear what the censors say. Like, for example, when it comes to music, I hate censoring solely because like
Yeah, they do it terribly though.
they sent. I have not heard a single song censored correctly, because either they repeat the word where it just makes it like off the beat, or they blur it, or they don't use any. They like keep it silent, and then so therefore like half the song is gone.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Or like the radio edits, those are really terrible. Like it's not even the same
Radio-
song anymore.
radio edits should just not even exist. If you
Yeah.
have to edit the song to put it on the radio, you might as well just not even show it. And I know that just kills like 95% of pop songs, but screw it. Pop songs only last like what? 6
Yeah, they're
months
like
before
fads.
before they're no longer relevant. Unless you go in a rock station, because then a rock station's goddamn what is it? Imagine Dragons will still have Radioactive playing.
Oh God, that song. That was everywhere. I remember it was like 2013, 2014. That song was everywhere. I was like,
You know what's
make this
funny?
end.
You know what's funny? They made it a people have made it a meme, but it was true. Like rock stations will be like having 50 sounds of like destruction, death, and like this isn't your grandma's rock station,
Right.
and like all this like cool noises of like death metal only. We're the serious rock station. Oh, and it's just like
Radioactive.
really,
Man.
you guys are the real rock station. Why am I listening to Imagine Dragons then?
Yeah. I do like I don't really listen to it, but like when I was watching Arcane, the Arcane intro was pretty cool.
It's
Not a bad song.
Look, here's the thing. Imagine I'm not shitting on Imagine Dragons, okay?
Oh, I am. You know, Pringle, he loves that Woody meme where he's like, I'm not a hater. He's like, but I am. It's okay. I am. It's the best.
You ever see those two memes, hater memes I posted afterwards, where it's like, I'd be waking up real extra early to be a hater.
Mhm.
Extra time. That one, and I forget what the other one was. It was like, oh yeah, it's okay to never forgive. Let the hate flow through you.
Yeah. There's a skill to hating.
But yeah, I don't hate Imagine Dragons. They fit their mold really well. It's just like, come on, man. Why does the rock station have to like the only rock station in like your city has to play their song like 50 times in a row? Like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
There's other
Besides,
there's
they're
other
alternative
rocks.
anyway. They're not like rock.
Yeah, they're alternative. There's 1,000 rock songs that come out daily that you could play. You don't have to play Imagine Dragons. Like hell, if you're searching for good rock music and you can't use like indie bands, just go play like the classics. Rockheads love the classics. I'll fucking listen to Ride the Lightning from Metallica over and over again if I have to over Imagine Dragons.
Yeah. They have like a revolving playlist though, so they don't really have to update it. Really, DJs don't do much anymore. They're just like, hey, that was Imagine Dragons. Next is Blink 182 or some shit. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think they play Blink 182 anymore.
Here's some 41.
Speaking of
I'm like
Blink-
so stuck in 2005.
Speaking of Blink 182, they're coming back with the original players.
I saw
All
that.
the originals. Even the UFO conspiracy guy.
Damn.
They're bringing it back. Way back.
Oh boy. Should be fun.
It should be. I mean, hey, look. Blink 182 had some bangers. Even though they were what, like pop rock?
I didn't really like. I'm not gonna say I didn't care for their music, but I wasn't like headbanging to it. I was like, it was okay. Like if it was on the radio, it wasn't like an immediate skip. Like I would let it play out.
You know what? I feel like Blink 182 captured that 2000 era of music really well. You know what I mean? Like 2000s era of music had a sound.
Yeah, yeah.
It is perfectly encapsulated by Blink 182. That
It was like waves of them though, like because they had like some 41 and like Breaking Benjamin and
Breaking
3 Days
Benjamin.
Grace, 3 Doors Down. Like they had that little pocket there that was like all the AMVs. They would always use that,
Yes!
and the Linkin Park.
Oh my
What's
god.
that song they would always use from Linkin Park? I forget what it's called.
It's like crawling.
Crawling, yeah, or like In the End or some shit. I'm like,
Dude. Every AMV had either Linkin Park, Breaking Benjamin, 3 Doors Down, 3 Days Grace. Oh my god.
or what's the one that's
Matchbox
the like?
20, Matchbox 20 with their Kryptonite song. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Kryptonite.
Evanescence, yeah.
Evanescence, or Requiem for a Dream. That was always like the Naruto and Sasuke fight was always Requiem for a Dream.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I've made this a joke like 1,000 times, and I will continuously make this a joke to this day, which is that every time in a movie they have a moment where like the main character's holding on to his dying friend's character. They have rain falling down on them while they're like crying, and then Evanescence is playing, and I'm like, you could
man.
catch it every time. It is a trope at this point that like the person is dying in their arms. It's raining. There, it's a sad moment, and you just hear Evanescence, and I'm just like, there's other sad songs out there. Okay, I know
Yeah.
Evanescence is great, but like, there's other bands that have sad
You know-
songs.
You know why History of Trunks is goated is because when spoilers when Gohan dies in the hands of the androids and Trunks finds him late, they let Trunks walk to Gohan's dead body with the rain falling and no music for a while. And then once he gets close to the Gohan, that's when they start the movie. But it was like a really personal. You just hear rain, like you just hear rain because it's pouring down rain, and you hear Trunks' footsteps get to Gohan's dead body. And then once he finds out that it is Gohan, he's like, "Oh shit!" And then the music starts. Then he turns Super Saiyan, and then he goes to fight the androids, and he gets his ass kicked. And he's like, "Let me go to the past."
Yep. Speaking of, if I remember correctly, it's not Gohan that was the reason why. Because people were like, "Oh, they're debating online." They were like, "It was it was not what's his name? He's the guy who bangs Android 18."
Krillin?
Krillin. It was Krillin's death was the reason why Goku becomes Super Saiyan. And then people were like,
Yeah.
actually no, because Gohan's death was the reason Goku goes Super Saiyan. And people were like, they're debating which one was first.
Gohan didn't die.
Yeah, well, in alternate stories he died, but and so they're
Where?
considering that. Well, fun fact. Did you know
Listen,
that
I know Dragon Ball Z. Hold on. We gotta fix this thing.
I know. Did you know fun
Krillin
fact?
Krillin dies in Namek, and
Yes,
then
yes.
Goku becomes Super Saiyan.
Yes. So, did you know, fun fact, every universe and every story that has the words Dragon Ball is technically canon now. Even GT. I hate to say this, GT is canon. Do you know why?
Right.
Trunks. So, what happened is this is how they've figured out how to make it canon, as well as make all alternate stories and alternate timelines canon. So when you remember how Trunks went back into the past to kill Cell and to save the future, right? And to prevent the android from killing the future. So when he goes back into the present, apparently the goddess of time arrests him and says, "You're in trouble for I don't know why my camera keeps autofocusing. It's distracting.
Yeah, that is strange. It's
But
won't let you
yeah,
stay in focus.
I know, it won't.
Your camera has ADHD just like yourself.
It does. So
Oh, shit.
as I was saying, so when he goes back into the present, his present, apparently he's stopped by one of the gods. You know, the gods like Wiz and all that. One of them.
Where's this coming from? Where's your source?
Where's my source?
Where's this from?
I was watching Death Battle, and they had to like, you know how they have to go through like
Bruh.
everything.
Bruh.
So they explained that yes, he got.
Is Future Trunks in GT? I don't remember. Is he in GT?
Yes, he's in GT. But so apparently, what's interesting is that the Trunks that went back, the current Trunks that is canon, is actually the Trunks that is canon from Super. But he's still also the Trunks that like was in GT and all that other stuff. So he has all of these stupid, super overpowered buffs that he has.
Yeah, Trunks is really good.
Yeah.
Future Trunks is really good.
Yes.
Present Trunks kind of sucks.
Yeah,
like Kid
present-
Trunks.
Yeah, Kid Trunks sucks, but like Future Trunks is OP as hell.
Yeah.
He has access to like powers that are a bit above and beyond even the actual like present day Saiyans.
Yeah, he's sick.
But,
I like Trunks.
Yeah, he gets arrested, and then basically the goddess of time is like, all right, I'm technically supposed to arrest you, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on the Time Force. And so him and a bunch of like people on the Time Force, including like two descendants of Goku's descendants from GT. So yes, GT is canon. Go around to alternate time.
Are you sure this ain't fanfic? This sounds like some fanfic shit.
This is actually part of the canon. Go around time.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up
Awesome.
after the podcast. I'm not sure. I'm skeptic.
I'll send you the death battle.
I'm skeptical.
I'll send you the
All right.
death battle so that you can see it. But yeah, they basically go around time and they stop like time because apparently anytime someone goes back in the past, a new scroll is added to like the scrolls of time. And apparently there's only supposed to be so many scrolls of time that are allowed to be at a time. And so basically the time cops are there to like stop shenanigans.
Trunks did go back and forth a lot.
He did.
He took that time machine like a bus in Central Park. He's like, let me
"Hey."
just go back and forth.
Let me just keep going.
Yeah. Bulma's still kind of a dime piece in the future, though. Just saying.
You know what's funny? They explained it. The reason why is because she keeps wishing to what is it? She keeps wishing to be 5 years younger every 5 years.
Oh shit, she's gonna become a baby by the time she's like 50.
No. So every 5 years they're allowed to wish, right?
Benjamin Button.
No. So every 5 years they're allowed to wish, right? So what she does is on that 5th year, she wishes to be 5 years younger than she is now. So basically, she stays the same age forever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would explain it.
Although in the newest movie, I think she wished to have a bigger ass.
All right.
Which is
All right.
look, hey, you know what? Screw it. I mean,
I haven't watched Super, to be honest, or any of the movies for it. I've kind of outgrown Dragon Ball, I find, but the old stuff I really enjoy still.
but the reason why she did that was in
Android 16?
Yeah.
The speech?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But so they explain in what is it, Dragon Ball Broly? That's why they explain like she says she wishes to be 5 years younger every 5 years solely because if she were to wish anything more or less, then like people would catch on. But like 5 years is like, I guess I could see it. And then they also make a joke where
So she's immortal?
not really. And then apparently they make the same joke with Frieza. So every 5 years, Frieza, his wish is to be like 5 inches higher, like taller.
Taller. Man.
And he says that the reason he uses 5 inches is because nobody's gonna fucking assume that like, oh, he's 5 inches taller. That he looked different. No, no
5
one's
inches
gonna catch
is-
5 inches apparently.
5 inches is no joke. Maybe 5 centimeters.
But yeah, every time he wishes to be five of that. So apparently
gosh.
the joke is that like, oh, if you like wish for 5 of something, no one's gonna catch it.
All right. Some Dragon Ball.
Lore.
All right. Let us clap.
Continue.
Here we are. We got some news. Broken took a lengthy break. Talk about some Dragon Ball.
Yep.
I get a little pumped up when we talk about old school Dragon Ball. We're talking about History of Trunks for people that don't watch the stream or aren't here when we're live. But History of Trunks is goated. I just have to say that on record. Like it's in my opinion a close second to that movie Dragon Ball wise is the Bardock movie.
Oh,
But-
yeah, the Bardock movie's good.
I think History of Trunks is, in my opinion, is better. But they're like 1A, 1B.
You know what I think is really good is the movie from from Trunks, the movie that Trunks had, where basically they explained what happened to future Gohan and all that, and like future.
That's
Gohan.
History of Trunks, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
What are you?
I'm
you?
sorry,
Oh my
History
god!
of Trunks
That
is so goated that I thought it was another movie.
man, those athletic greens are really showing their side effects. We're talking about the movie. You're explaining the plot to.
Side effects
Oh my God.
include.
Oh man, short-term memory loss.
All right.
We got some news, Broken. We already technically talked about Street Fighter 6. I guess we'll just run through this. So I just wrote here just Street Fighter 6 post beta thoughts. We were supposed to do this last week, so we're 2 weeks behind, but just some post beta thoughts. I have thoughts just from a spectator, mostly watching some of your Discord stream as well as some Twitch streams out there, a little bit of content on YouTube. And you have experience just from an actual player because you participated in the beta. So I figured we'll run through this because I saw some reactions on the Twitterverse. So honeymoon period is gone for Street Fighter 6. Everybody's sad, crying, and we are left waiting for the future and updates from Capcom. So I put some initial reactions here. On my end, I think the game appears to be pretty combo heavy. because of all the resources, and you start with a full stick of butter. So like people can just unload on you with just like doing a bunch of shit. So that's interesting. You don't really see that in Street Fighter until the end of the round when people have V trigger and meter as opposed to the beginning of the match. So a little different there.
I like. Yeah, go on.
What do you have to add to that? Because we can talk about
Yeah,
each individual item. That's fine.
I like the fact that because meter is given to you immediately, the super meter is now like relegated to supers. So like building super meter is no longer like, oh, I'm building this to combo for overdrive or to like hit the critical art. Now it's like I'm building this for supers. You know?
Yep. Yeah. So you're not like dependent on sacrificing meter for something else as opposed to just keeping him for the super. Netcode. I felt just visually from watching people, it seemed to be pretty stable to an extent. Now it seemed like during the beta, you couldn't extend it to like distances that we're used to with games like Killer Instinct, TF8, Skullgirls, Guilty Gear Strive. Whereas here it seemed to be stable, but to a limit. Like, you know, you can only do, I don't know, from what I saw, there were some sus connections from continents away, which, you know, that happens sometimes, even with rollback. But I don't think just from some of the feedback that we've seen, seemed like the netcode is really good, but not top tier level like those games I mentioned earlier.
I'll say this: connecting to Europe wasn't bad, but connecting to Japan was like,
yeah, kind of what it seemed like. So maybe it'll get better, maybe it'll stay the same, but as long as it's not as bad as Kagemusha, I guess that's an improvement. Lobby mode. That thing is silly as hell, but, you know, I think it's actually good for new players because it gives you something else to do while you're getting absolutely destroyed by people who know how to play the game. It lets you create these wacky characters, run around the lobby, do Hadouken, spinning bird kick from side to side. Like, I think it's good for new players. Like, I actually don't mind it. I'm not going to make a monstrosity in the lobby, but, like, for people that want to, that's great.
Hey, I saw some cursed shit. Everyone was either a One Piece character or an e-girl with tattoos that are not safe for work. They had glowing, not safe for work tattoos on their character, and I was like, bro.
Yeah. But I think it's necessary to get new players to just want to mess around. So it's cool.
So many people I saw on Twitter were complaining, like, why does Street Fighter need this? What's this marketing for? And I was like, you don't understand why new fighting games need this. New fighting games are putting all these silly little things by, because like I saw a tweet that said what fighting game developers think that fighting game fans want, and it's like all these lobbies that, like, they showed the Strive lobby, they showed the Street Fighter 6 lobby, they showed the BB Tag lobby, and then it's like what fighting game fans really want, and they showed the Plus R lobby where it's just your name and then someone else's name, and then it's like connect to. And I said this: look, the reason they don't do that is because they already got you. We're fighting game fans. We're already gonna buy the game. They don't need to market to us. You know what they're marketing for? They're marketing for the casual audience. This shit is fucking crack cocaine to those guys.
Yeah,
right?
The zoomies, they love it. They love this stuff.
The casuals, the zoomers, the fucking boomers, the millennials, everyone that's not a fighting game player loves this shit.
Yeah.
We hate it, but guess what? We're going to deal with it because guess how they're going to make their money? Those casuals. They're going to dip like 3 months later. They're going to put all that money into the
3
game.
months, maybe like 3 weeks.
I'm giving it the benefit of doubt. 3 months, all right? They're going to put all the money into the game, give the company a shit ton of money, and then all of a sudden our game's funded. Congrats. You now have a game you can play. Thanks to that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you're going to have to hear from me. Casuals love it. Fighting game developers already know they have your money, okay? Arc System Works, Capcom, all of them. They're smart. They know, if we make a fighting game, the FGC is going to buy it. How do we market this away from the FGC so that we can get more money?
Meanwhile, Type Moon over there is like, let's just make a gotcha game, and that'll fund the fighting game.
Look,
Perfect strategy.
look, Nasu is on some crack cocaine, and French Bread is like, yo. Hey,
Yep.
yo?
They're literally doing things differently from everybody else, which is like, but they're in a position to do so. Like, Capcom does not have a very successful gotcha mobile game that funds other projects for them. They have to do silly shit like this, which, listen, I don't mind. If you're upset by this, then come on, you're just a boomer. But like, just don't look at it. Just go to the regular lobby or whatever. Like, what do you care? Like,
Shit. If you're playing,
it's for the zoomies.
look, if you're playing Guilty Gear Strive and you hate the lobby system, there's a quick start option for you. Go play.
Right.
Go hit quick start. Go into training mode and wait for your turn. I promise you will never have to engage with the lobby at all. Whoa,
It's definitely avoidable.
that's a weird novel concept. If you're playing Street Fighter 6, guess what? When the game comes out, you could spend all day in fighting grounds. Never see the lobby. Whoa, weird concept. If you're playing, what is it? Melty Blood Type Lumina? Type Lumina, you can't really do that, but well, no, you can. Because ranked mode literally is just
Yeah, it's just
your
boxes,
name.
really.
Yeah, your box is boxes. So
Yeah.
hey, if I just gave you the answers you seek, fighting game fans. I know you like to bitch and complain, but wow, I gave you
Yeah.
the
Well,
answer.
they'll complain about anything. It doesn't matter. I mean, it'll always be complaints from the FGC. Speaking of the FGC, the reactions on Twitter, man, same old FGC. I put on here the things I saw on Twitter: Street Fighter 5 versus Street Fighter 6, and then the Drive Impact complaints. Those have died down eventually. Like, I think that was just new, but people eventually died down on the Drive Impact stuff, and I think a lot of them, ironically enough, like, were like, you know what? I guess let's see how it develops. But the Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 6 thing, it's actually amazing to me, and unfortunately, it's the people who I actually used to enjoy listening to and talk about the FGC. It's the boomers. Like, it's people like Sanford Kelly. It's people who have been around for a long time. I don't understand why. I mean, I was guilty of this too. I used to do this shit all the time. Like, in order to praise one thing, you have to shit on another. So it seemed like any sort of reference that made Street Fighter 6 good was followed by Street Fighter 5 bad.
Yeah.
Which, like, man, can we just separate the two? I don't know, but whatever. It seemed like that was a lot of the FGC, whereas like they couldn't just both be separate. It had to be like, man, I can't wait to trash Street Fighter 5 so I can play some 6 or whatever. And you know what? We all know how this shit works in the FGC.
This is why I
4
don't
months.
talk about Plus R anymore, or I talk about Exert.
Yeah.
I have not talked about those games in a long ass time. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I've enlightened myself. I said, you know what? I enjoy Strive. I don't have to shit on fucking Plus R. I don't have to say Exert was not the greatest gift to mankind.
It's weird that concept, like the games can't live independently to each other. Like, Plus R can't be Plus R.
Exert.
I can't,
be
like,
Exert.
Yeah, like, in order for Strive to be good, like, Exert is trash. Like, in order for Exert to be good, Plus R is trash. Like, it's or vice versa. Plus R is good, therefore Exert and Strive are trash. Like, it's just weird. But that's FGC for you, and it's a Twitter mentality. But that's all I had on my end for just the quick reactions for Street Fighter 6. What you got?
If you bitch about Drive Impact, you're a bitch.
Okay.
sorry.
Way to be subtle.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
If
man.
you're bitching about Drive Impact, you're an actual bitch. It's not that scary. There is like 6 or 7 fucking options you have. I use the word fucking because I need people to listen to me. You have options. There is 7 options you can use to just counter Drive Impact. You see someone Drive Impacting you, Drive Impact them back. You see someone Drive Impacting you, it's 22 frames. Just hit the parry button. I know it's 15 frames to hit parry, but guess what?
It's early. It's
Guess
early.
what?
People are just gonna complain, dude. Like, it's how it is. Like,
Let me tell you something about numbers, guys. 22 is bigger than 18. So if you hit an 18 frame parry on a 22 frame Drive Impact, guess who's gonna win that engagement? Yeah, it's you.
I fucking hate this game.
That's what happens when you get hit by Drive Impact.
That's true. Like if you get hit by Drive Impact, especially in the corner, oh, you hate this game. But I love Drive Impact because this is one of the things that is on my my little bullets. It's so neutral heavy and footsie heavy, dude. It is so back and forth. It is either you hit me and I block, and now it's my turn to hit you and you block, or it's, oh hey, I'm negative, so it's now your turn to punish. The game is literally you just fishing for counters. Like Drive Impact is so
Street Fighter.
yeah, it's just you're literally like fishing for counters. The game, it is so neutral and like footsie based and heavy. It's just like there's no pressure in the game. So like
I gotta say something. I want to. I need you to learn Ryu. Like I actually want to teach you how to play
Ryu?
traditional Ryu, because I think it'll really help you just playing the newts, as they say. Because I saw your Ryu and you are not a Shoto player, and I was like, Broken, please. It's like playing Ryu is such a fundamental skill. I think every fighting game player should really know. Like I think it's a character that everybody should play because I think it's really good as a skill and to develop.
You know what's funny? Playing Leo has made me want to play Bison. Well, not Bison. What's his name? Balrog. But Balrog's not in the game, and I don't know who's going to be the charged aggressive player. I don't, because DJ wasn't aggressive in Street Fighter 2, was he? Nor in 4.
No. I mean, he's got some stuff, but I mean, he just throws booms and then, you know.
Yeah, but he wasn't in your
Slides.
face like Balrog. You know what I mean?
Well, Balrog, a lot of his stuff, I think maybe it's kind of changed in Street Fighter 5 because of the rhythm of that game and just the pace of it. But Balrog in Street Fighter 4 is a lot of down backs. Like you're just kind of waiting. So,
in Street Fighter 5,
he had his moments, but
aggressive though. That's what
everybody's aggressive in Street Fighter 5. I mean, come on.
That's
Olsen is aggressive in Street Fighter 5.
That's kind of what I want to play in Street Fighter 6. I just want to play an aggressive character because, like, I guess I'm enjoying the in-your-face, like, nonstop barrage of pressure, which I guess is why I play Anji and Leo, because I'm a goddamn gorilla.
So when Street Fighter 6 comes out, I really want to, like, sit down with you, and I just want us to, like, play Ryu mirrors, and I want to like, teach you the art of low forward fireball. Like, you're going to win matches simply doing low forward fireball and waiting for a dude to jump and, like, just uppercutting, like, or doing low fears. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's really going to help you translate to other games. Like, it's a valuable skill. It's really for anybody that's listening. If you're into fighting games, like, pick up Ryu and just learn how to play standard mid-screen Ryu. I think it's a valuable skill.
All right. I like it. I like Jury. Jury's fun. Jury's sexy. But fuck, dude, that foot fetish shit needs to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of foot fetish stuff in that game for some reason. It's weird.
It's weird.
Can't do it.
It really is weird. I can't do it at all. That shit's wow.
Yeah, it's very much in your face. They're really embracing this whole fact of Jury and plus feet. So,
like,
yeah,
like I like Jury. I just don't like that weird thing that she's doing. It's just. Also, I think her story's kind of stupid and whack. Oh, my story's finished, but I'm just a fighting addicted Twitch streamer, who just does shit just to be annoying, because I like fighting. Like, you need a hobby, Jury.
Yeah. Stop selling feed pics. But that's it. That's all we got for Street Fighter 6. Should be fun when this game comes out.
Yep.
You know, should be pretty fun. All right, this is the big one now. So now we got that out of the way. I normally don't talk about this stuff, but this one, I gotta tell you, like, I just find the story itself interesting. So I wanted to talk about this on the podcast. So I called this Big Drama in Little Bayonetta. Although Bayonetta's not a little franchise. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's not like hella big, but it's big enough, right? Like it's big enough.
It's in the top 3.
Mid-tier?
It's a mid-tier game. I would say it's a mid-tier game.
Yeah. It's not, like, I wouldn't call it like a top 3 Nintendo franchise, because Mario, Zelda,
No,
and
it's not even
what else?
I'd say
Yeah.
I'd say it's in the same realm as in terms of Nintendo games. I'd say it's in the same realm as Metroid. Because Metroid fell off.
I think Metroid is big. It's just Nintendo won't make a goddamn game for it. So
You know why Nintendo doesn't make games for games like series that people want them to make games for? Because Nintendo has this weird little thing where like if they can't find a reason to like innovate it, they're just not gonna make a new title for it.
or like sell merch for it.
No, it's innovate. Like that's why they
Yeah,
haven't.
they also hate their players.
They also do hate their players. That's why they haven't made a new F-Zero game. They're like,
Yeah.
we've done everything we can with F-Zero. We can't innovate it anymore, so we're not gonna make a new F-Zero. You know what?
Didn't you say the new Zelda is called like Death of the Kingdom or something like that?
Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears in the Kingdom. I'm telling you, Zelda died. Zelda's dead. She's done.
No, she's not done. She's in the game. She also has short hair now instead of long hair. So
Oh
you know
man.
what? She's doing the Max Splicer special. Short hair girls. Short hair queen.
Or hair girls. Yeah.
It's
I've never been a Zelda fan though.
it's funny I say that because I was like, when we were picking River City girl characters, you
Oh, yeah.
hit Misaka,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was like, oh, I wonder why.
I mean, come on. You knew Misako was my girl immediately. Although I mean, I do like Kyoko. She's funny. She's ditzy. Misako has like
Everything you're looking for. She's a
right
brunette,
the move list, the
She-
brunette. She's
and
foul mouthed.
and she's
Oh,
got short
great.
hair. Come on now.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
got
she's great.
everything you wanted in a girl. Bam.
Yeah. She's got the knee. Oh man, her move list is so sick. I mean, she's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about more of that once we're finished with that game. Do a review discussion. Should be fun. But anyway, we're talking about Bayonetta.
Yeah. Speaking of girls with short hairs and our girl.
Yes.
with-
Although she kind of fluctuates. Short, long, medium. Bayonetta. So a lot has happened in the voice acting world online. And, you know, as we know, the voice acting realm, especially when you involve the medium of Twitter,
Underpaid,
is no.
underprivileged people who are not recognized enough by corporations. But, and I say this with a big asterisk and but,
Toxic?
yes!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've heard, I'm not even in that circle. Like, I'm not a fan of specific voice actors. Like, I like Tara Strong because she's Arizona and them's fighting hers, but I don't follow Tara Strong. Like, she's cool.
She's
But-
also the voice of like 1,000 of your childhood cartoons.
Right. Right. Isn't she like Timmy Turner? But anyway,
Tina
like,
Turner.
but like, I'm not like in that scene of like following these people, whatever. But anyway, they're known. I've seen them from like side eye view. Like, I've seen that in the Twitter realm, definitely there's some brow raising moments in the voice acting world. And, you know, that community does not shy away from drama. So here's another one. So most recently, before this thing happened, the most recent thing that happened with the voice acting community was we're talking about Tara Strong. You know, she went on this little mini rant about how video game characters should be portrayed by video game voice actors, not Hollywood actors, in a way to show support for Charles Martinet. I'm not a voice actor.
Martinet.
Martinet? Martinet. Okay. Who she believes should have been the voice of Mario in the upcoming Mario movie, as opposed to Hollywood's new favorite son, Chris Pratt. So
I have a little.
she went on a crusade, a little mini crusade there on Twitter.
She's kind of right, but for the movie, she's wrong. Charles Martinet should not voice Mario. And I say this because Charles Martinet just voices Mario like with a high-pitched voice. And in a movie,
That would be awful.
especially the way they're structuring this movie, they're going back to what Mario is, which is a Italian plumber who lives in Brooklyn, which means that he should have a Brooklyn accent. He should be
Yeah.
a New Yorker,
Hmm.
which I fucked up that accent. I'm sorry.
I mean, I can't do a New York accent. I'm not even gonna try. So I applaud you for trying,
I tried, everybody. I really
putting yourself out there.
But
But anyway,
Chris
Go
Pratt
ahead.
hasn't even done a New York accent either.
Yeah, that's
he's not
true.
even- he's not. I'm on his case too. I'm like, if you're gonna try to voice Mario, you should put a New York accent on. Like, you're literally just voicing yourself. You're not even trying.
You know, quick tangent before we get back to Bayonetta. I mean, Pringle was in the Discord talking about this. Org, I don't know who else was in there, but like, we're talking about this. I'm like, I gotta be honest, I don't give a shit. Like, I am okay with Chris Pratt being Mario. I'm okay with Jack Black being Bowser. I'm okay with Charlie Day being Luigi or whatever. Like, I'm fine. Like, I don't give a shit. And people are caring way too much about voice actors for hiring a Hollywood actor to do a Hollywood film. Like, shut up. Like, what do you care? First of all, the movie's not out yet. So the fact that we're judging it before the movie's out is, come on.
True.
Just the reactions. And two, Chris Pratt could be doing a good job. We just don't know yet. Like, he did 2 lines, and people are like, "Oh, this is fucked up." And I was like, "Man, go back to your room." You, like, I don't know. It's just like it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big a deal.
I'll say this. Tara is right and wrong. Tara's right that like voice actors should be like given major voice acting roles, but she's wrong in that Charles Martinet should voice Mario, and also she's wrong in the fact that like, in order for this movie to make money, they have to hire Hollywood actors because 9 times out of 10, people are gonna watch a movie because A-list actor is in it.
I gotta be honest with you. I didn't give a shit about the movie until I saw the trailer and I recognized Jack Black. I was like, I'm more interested now. I am one of those people. Like,
I'll say
I don't want to listen to Charles Martinet. I want to listen to Jack Black.
You do want to listen to Jack Black. Also, Jack Black's a great person. Like, I don't think anyone's complaining about like. Well, okay, there's people complaining about it, but they're actually stupid. I'll say this.
The one movie was the not Godzilla. What's the other one? King Kong movie. That was terrible. That was bad.
That was bad.
But Tenacious D.
Tenacious D is good, dude. Tenacious D is like chef's kiss. Anyways, let's move on.
Okay. Bayonetta. So we're talking about Bayonetta.
This is how we show that we have ADHD.
Yeah. So, I mean, we stayed sort of on track with the movie anyway. But anyway, on October 15th, 2022, the voice acting world receives another dose of drama, as they know too well, this time coming from the former voice of the popular character Bayonetta from the franchise of the same name, Helena Taylor. Taylor, on Twitter, released a series of short videos which have since garnered a total of over 10 million views combined. In the first video, so I mean 10 million views combined in like 4 little short Twitter clips means that like she definitely got the word out of, stirring the pot. So she did her job. In the first video, she explains the reason why she is not the voice of Bayonetta and the upcoming platinum game Bayonetta 3. She starts with stating that the franchise has made over $450 million to date, and then goes on over her resume as an actor, in which she emphasizes her studies at an esteemed art academy and guidance under legendary voice coach. By the way, she is very British. You can tell she's a voice actress because, well, yeah, 1, she's very British. 2, she like enunciates every single
word, syllable,
and she's very, I don't know how to attribute it, but she's like not dramatic, but I don't know, the emphasis on the way she speaks. By the way,
almost made me want to like throw my phone across the wall, like listen.
Really?
Because I gotta say, bro, I know voice actors. Like I watch Octopimp streams every now and then. He doesn't fucking do any of this shit. He's just talking.
Right.
He's just.
She takes herself very seriously. You can tell with like her stature as a voice actress. She's very. I don't want to say pompous because that's not the right word. Like, I don't think she's a bad person.
She's feeling her farts.
You mean smelling her farts?
Yeah, that's that. She's feeling herself.
Yeah. I kind of got that vibe. I gotta say though, I like her voice. Like, I think she's got a good, just regular speaking voice. Maybe it's the accent. I don't know. I didn't
actually. I like her Bayonetta voice, but her real voice, I could fucking leave that shit away. I don't know.
I didn't mind.
I don't know. I guess I just don't like British people.
Oh shit! Damn. Come on, Broken.
Speaking of British
I
people,
don't know.
nope. We're gonna stay on task. We're gonna stay on
Stay, yeah,
task.
stay on topic. I don't know. I liked her voice. I don't really agree with her, but her voice I think is good. Anyway, so she talks about her resume, which again I think maybe she was feeling herself a little bit, but she was giving background to why she's doing this video. So she goes on to say, and this is a quote, after talking about her resume, she says, "And what did they think that this was worth?" Meaning her voice, her 7 years of doing all this work to become a voice actress. "And what did they think this was worth? What did they offer to pay me? The final offer to do the whole game as a buyout flat rate was $4,000 US." End quote.
Which is very low for how long that game is. Extremely low.
Correct. However, there's going to be more details here in a second. So after she explains how the offer was insulting to her talent, she asks fans of the game to boycott the game and spend the money they otherwise would on the game and give it to charity. Taylor then closes out the first video saying, quote, "I didn't want the world. I didn't ask too much. I was just asking for a decent, dignified living wage. What they did was legal, but immoral." Now, in response, Platinum Games president and controversial Twitter figure Hideki Kamiya said, "Sad and deplorable about the attitude of untruth. That's what all I can tell now," which obviously, he's Japanese, so the English is a little broken there. By the way, and this is in all caps, "Beware of my rules." So Kamiya is known for blocking the shit out of everybody on Twitter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you say. If you quote tweet him, if you respond to him, if you talk to him at all in English or in any language that's not Japanese, he's like, "These fucking cockroaches," or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
or he calls people maggots. Like, he's a piece of shit.
He's
But
an
like,
asshole.
he really is. But anyway, that was his response. And yeah, he's definitely a Twitter fiend. He might as well be FGC. But he said that. And so obviously he denies her statement. But here's what happened. So in the coming days, after the Taylor videos circulated the internet, Jason Schreier, speaking of somebody who smells their own farts, Jason Schreier.
Before we get to this part, can I add something? We
Go ahead.
So right before this Jason Schreier video, she had 4 videos, and in the 4th video, she explained that she is the voice of Bayonetta. No one owns Bayonetta's voice. She wishes the best for who's the new Jennifer Hale.
I forget her name. Yeah, Jennifer Hale.
Wishes the best for Jennifer Hale, but she says that Jennifer Hale does not own Bayonetta. She's never owned Bayonetta. She isn't Bayonetta. I am Bayonetta. I was like, hold your horses.
Yeah.
Hold your horses. You're being an asshole to Jennifer Hale for no reason at all. Like, you...
Yeah. And then she started talking about Jesus Christ. It was weird. The further the videos went down, the further it got, like, it just got out of whack, like out of sorts.
Like, why are you
Yeah.
attacking Jennifer Hale? She's doing her job.
Right. And she signed an NDA, so she can't even respond. She can't say anything.
She can't say shit because of the NDA. If I was Jennifer Hale and I didn't sign that NDA, I'd have been like, fuck you, bitch. I was
Yeah.
on your side in the beginning, but now fuck you. On that 4th video, from between videos 1 through 4, I went from "I'm on your side" to "fuck you, bitch."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It seemed like it wasn't as genuine. That was my initial reaction. It seemed like she made it, speaking to Taylor, it kind of seemed like she made the situation more about herself as opposed to what is happening in the voice acting world as far as pay is concerned. That's kind of how I felt about it. But listen,
I mean,
she got jibbed a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, she's kind of right. The voice acting world
Yes.
is fucked up when it comes to payments. Did you hear about how much money Jujutsu Kaisen 0 voice actors got paid for the whole movie?
No.
They got paid, I think, a total of $300
Damn.
for voicing a movie.
Yeah. It's fucked up. I mean, it's just not. There's definitely something that has to be done, but the way that I felt Helena Taylor went about this is, I don't know. Anyway, the Bloomberg article, I think that came out 3 days later after those videos circulated, kind of have shed some new light on this whole thing. Because remember, Taylor said 4,000 US dollars to do the whole game as a flat rate, right?
Mhm.
And a lot of people took that figure and they were like, $4,000 to do a game of the stature of Bayonetta. Like, this is
That's
unbelievable. Like,
that's too much money for that's too little money for how long of a game that she's going to be voicing. Because I'm pretty sure the game will roughly be like, what, 8 hours, 18 hours, somewhere around that ballpark. So she's probably got to have like a lot of dialogue she has to voice.
yeah.
For 4,
Even if they are reusing assets from previous games, as far as like the grunts and like the stuff that happens during combat and all that stuff, right? But
even then,
the
she
dialogue
has
itself.
a lot of dialogue that she'd have to
Yeah.
record. So yeah, that's a lot. Too little money. But go on.
yeah. So the Bloomberg article that came out from Jason Schreier.
A man who's own farts.
Yeah. So Jason Schreier, if you don't know, I believe he used to work for Kotaku, and Jason. Talk about a guy that feels himself. Like, he's a good journalist, but he also knows he's a good journalist. So, like, he lets everybody else know that he's a good journalist, and he's kind of, like, smug about it. But he does good work. It's just, I wish he wasn't as pompous as he is. But anyway, that's just my opinion on Jason. But he's been around for a long time covering stuff. He covered Blizzard. Anyway, Jason Schreier on Bloomberg.
Don't worry. Everyone shares your opinion about how Jason Schreier's an asshole.
Yeah, he's kind of a man. But he does good work. He's just, Anyway. The Bloomberg article. So Jason Schreier on Twitter went on to say, Platinum offered Helena Taylor between 3,000 and 4,000 per session for at least 5 sessions, according to 2 people familiar with the deal and documentation viewed by Bloomberg. So those are sources. Obviously, you can't out those because that's not good. It's not professional. But sources that are supposed to be legitimate. In response, he continues, the people said Taylor asked for a 6-figure fee and residuals. Negotiations fell apart. End quote. So a little bit of a different story with what she said in that initial video. She seemed to have wanted way more than when she said all I wanted was a dignified living wage. Well, 6 figures and residuals, that's a little more than that, right? I think that's asking a little much.
Plus, they said, what is it? That they were going to have 5 recording sessions.
Yeah.
And out of all 5 recording sessions, she was going to get paid that $4,000 per session.
Correct. Yeah. And she made it seem like it was just a lump sum, just $4,000 for the whole game.
And then when they changed it to Jennifer Hale to be the voice actress, they went to her again. They gave her a second chance. Platinum Games gave this lady 2 chances. And they said, okay, look. You're not going to be the voice actress of Bayonetta, but we'll give you a cameo for $4,000. Just 1 cameo. That's less than a recording session.
Right.
For the same amount of money as a recording session. And she still denied it.
Yeah. So she definitely failed to mention that in the first video. If what she is saying is true or a lie, we don't exactly know, because now we have 2 sides of the story. We don't know which one is true. So obviously, in the response to the Bloomberg report, Taylor is quoted saying that the version of events by Platinum Games are an absolute lie, and said the Platinum is just trying to save their ass as well as the game. So she denies the statement from Platinum about them offering her roughly $20,000 for 5 sessions to do Bayonetta, as opposed to what she said, which was $4,000 for the whole game. Now, lastly, something to note here, which you mentioned this earlier, is that in this whole mess, the victims from the situation are the Twitter active developers who are working on Bayonetta 3, who are getting harassed from Twitter fiends taking Taylor's side in this whole thing, as well as Jennifer Hale, who is the new voice of Bayonetta, and she can't say anything because of the NDA. So fortunately, she's in that position where she just has to take
All
this
the punishment.
the vitriol and the harassment from the Twitter fiends, because of the fact that she's in the position that she accepted the job that technically belonged to Taylor, but now Hale has it. And
Jennifer Hale
it's
is also
it's
a
unfortunate.
great voice actress. Like,
Right, very established.
A wonderful voice actress. Like, she does not deserve any of this shit.
So yeah, that was a little trouble in the voice acting world. Now I don't know here. Initially, I gotta be honest. When I initially, before the Bloomberg article came out, I was like, something about Taylor's speech there seemed disingenuous, and that was I don't know. But I also reserved judgment because I was like, I don't know. She could be telling the truth. Maybe she just doesn't have a good way of endearing herself to people. I like her voice, but I just didn't really feel like she was something there felt disingenuous. After the Bloomberg article, like they could, I don't know why they would lie. Obviously, we would need to see documentation to show the offers. It has to be in writing somewhere. But I don't think
as soon as this game releases and the NDA is gone, there's gonna be the floodgates of information is gonna.
Right.
You know what? I hate to say this, but Taylor Green is probably blacklisted as a voice actor. She's probably never gonna get another voice acting role, like unless it's from like an indie developer. Because I'm pretty sure all the major developers were like, "You did what? And you're being an a-hole to who?" All right, yeah, no.
Yeah, I
She's
think
probably gonna have to survive off of Cameo and like indies now.
the thing that really I think backfired on her whole thing is one, asking fans to boycott a game because of a personal reason that you had with the development of the game is the wrong move, right? Definitely the wrong move. And I know in that second video she said, I'm only asking the people who care about these matters to boycott the game. Obviously, if you don't boycott. But the way she made it sound is like,
If you don't boycott, you're an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. The other part was the amount of harassment that came in the direction of the developers from Platinum as well as Jennifer Hale, which I don't know. That's a bad move.
I will say this. Kamiya did not help his case.
He's a jerk.
He didn't help his case. All he had to do was say, "Hey, these aren't true. What she said is not true.
Yeah.
We can't explain because the game is not out yet, but her statements are false. And when the game comes out and our NDA is done, we will show you proof of what's going on if you ask."
Yeah.
You know what? How much unhatred he would have had? He wouldn't have been attacked. Platinum Games would not have been attacked if he had just said, "Hey, don't worry. Her statements are false, but we cannot explain due to NDA."
Right.
If he had said that, hey, that is less than 114 or 40 words or characters.
Right. Instead, he's like, "Don't at me, maggots." The fact that he calls people maggots is like, you gotta be like a real dickhead.
This has literally become.
You see his Twitter banner? Like his Twitter banner is all his own tweets of calling people maggots. Like, what a jerk.
This is basically the biggest I smell my own farts, he said, she said bullshit I've ever seen. There is not a single good person in this fucking argument.
It seems like money has really been has driven both of these parties to an extreme of just the way they've been handling this online. It's unfortunate, especially for the parties that aren't directly involved, like the developers who are just working on the game, like Jennifer Hale. It's a bummer to see because when she said boycott, I was like, well, I guess fuck everybody else, right? Fuck the developers who worked on this game. Fucked all the other voice actors. It's like, damn, like, I guess you just don't care about anybody else, just you. But I kind of see the fact that, like, even $20,000, like, here's the thing, even $20,000, if the recording sessions are what Platinum says they are, I think even that is low.
That's true, because the way voice actors get paid, they don't have stable jobs like me and you.
Right.
They don't go to work and then get paid, and then, they go to work the next day to get paid. No, voice actors are gigs. So, like, it may look like from the average person that they get paid a lot of money, but that money, they have to hoard that money until the next gig, because
Yeah.
that's what's going to go from. That's basically how they're going to pay for all of their expenses from gig 1 to gig 2.
Yeah, and that's pre-tax too. So $20,000 is not truly $20,000. There's some hidden fees and expenses there. So, it's I still think it's low, but if what Platinum's saying that she was asking for a six-figure fee and residuals, if that's the truth, then I
That's
think she
way too
overplayed. Yeah,
That's
she
way too
overplayed her
much.
position there.
I don't think I've ever
So
heard a voice actor ask for residuals. Well, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, it would have to be somebody voicing some character that is truly iconic and you cannot replace.
here's the thing. I don't think voice actors should ask for residuals unless they're in a game that is in active development. Because then it makes sense that they get residuals because they're
Yeah.
still on the project. Like, for
Yeah.
example, fighting games, you should get residuals because every season they need to add more voice lines.
Yeah. I see that.
And then like MOBAs and all that, they need need you to keep voicing the character. Like, you don't just voice the character once and then you're done, because they keep adding new stuff to the game, which means that you need to add more voice lines. So therefore, I think, like, in that regard, you should have residuals, because it's like you're still on the project. So they're gonna you basically have like a safety net where it's basic. I feel
Yeah.
like that's what I mean. But like, if you're in a one and done game, you shouldn't ask for residuals, because it's like you did your task. They're not going to need your voice anymore unless they make a
Yeah.
sequel, which
It's not like
takes,
a sitcom, which has reruns, right? Like
Yeah, and
most people can play the game once and then
they're done.
sales die after a while and like that's it. Like yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
I agree with all the voice actors saying that they need to get paid more. Voice actors do need to get paid more. But
I got one thing there. They're private contractors. Troy Baker is going to get paid more because he's just done way more like AAA work with, first party publishers. So him and Octopen,
Nolan.
for example,
Nolan
are
North.
not going to get paid the same. Like there are tiers. There are tiers. Private contractors have tiers depending on the work you've done. And it sucks that a lot of people, like you mentioned, Nolan North, he's always going to be Drake. Like it's just how it's going to be. And he's going to get paid what people want to see Drake get paid for, or like what people expect Drake to sound like. So it's just, you got to work your way up. And then unfortunately what happens is Laura Bailey is going to get high, and Tara Strong as well. They're going to get very popular roles because of who they are. And you just have to just grind and work your way to a point where you are able to get those paychecks, right? But for everybody else, it just sucks. But that's the private contractor world. Like, what you're getting into. It's not like this is a league and everybody gets paid under like a salary cap and is divided evenly.
Mm-hmm.
This is private contractors. Like, you set your own number. And guess what? Pringle said this in Discord too. Taylor set her number enough where Platinum was like, no, we're going to go somewhere else. And I think that's their right to. Like she said, she admitted what they said isn't what they did isn't illegal, but it's immoral. You might think that, but I think she just kind of overplayed her hand there.
It isn't illegal to say no.
No.
But it isn't immoral to be like, hey, we're paying you $4,000 per session for 5 sessions, which means
Yeah, she did kind of lie, if that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I don't know, because she's pretty popular, so she could get another gig pretty quickly. But like, well, not anymore. No, she shot herself out.
She's gonna have to lay low, I think, for if more facts come out. This is still developing, right?
Yeah, this is still developing.
If she turns out to be in the wrong of this, and she just did all this just to try to get more money or get some hush money, something. Yeah, it's not gonna be good. Not gonna be good for her.
She probably shot herself in the foot when it came to doing this, because I can promise you right now, AAA developers are not gonna hire her, especially after that 4th video when she went after Jennifer Hale. Oh no.
Yeah.
She is not getting hired.
when she started quoting Jesus, I was like, all right. I was like, okay, good luck to you. But anyway, I'm gonna follow the story just because I'm interested. So we'll see what happens once the NDAs
Done.
are all we'll find out. But
This is gonna be one of those games where, like, the moment the game releases, everyone's gonna pay attention to everything but the game.
Yep. Yep, exactly. The floodgates. They're gonna be like on Jason Schreier's Twitter and be like, what's going on?
The NDA is gone. The NDA is done. Let's get all the information.
Jennifer Hale's gonna put a twit longer. She's like, listen, this is what happened.
This twit longer is gonna bang.
Oh man.
I cannot wait for the twit longer, because when that twit longer comes, I don't read twit longers. I read what people respond with twit longers, and I cannot wait for that shit. That shit's gonna be vitriol.
Yeah. Yep. It'll be spicy for sure.
Woo.
But yeah, that's for the news. Let's take a quick break.
I was gonna
'cause
say, watch we
that was
find
a lot.
out that Jennifer Hale wasn't given 2 chances. She was given like 10 chances.
You mean Taylor?
Or yeah, Taylor. Watch
Taylor,
me find
yeah.
out that Taylor wasn't given just 2 chances. She was given 10.
Man,
And
this could blow up in her face. Man, this could really blow up in her face. And I hope it doesn't, because she does seem like a nice person. It just seemed like she was salty and she took it a little too far, if what's going on is true. But, you know, we shall see what happens. But we know what's going to happen here in a second. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back and probably wrap up this show because we are going a little long. But we shall deliberate during break.
All
so
right.
we'll be right back.
All right. Woo! Koji,
Broken.
are you still on the chat? Because if you are, hi, I haven't seen you in a while. Love you, buddy. Anyways,
Hey,
back
shout
to
outs to Cody.
you. Yeah. Shout out.
I think what we should do, we tease
Oh,
the
we teased this for like all of the free show, so we should tease this again and say this is for the next episode.
yeah. We'll tease it.
Damn, we're doing another. We're doing.
We're rolling back.
We're doing another rollback. Dang, this is the second
Rolling
rollback
back.
we've done.
This is gonna take a long time. I didn't realize the Helena Taylor was gonna
Take so long.
yeah. But we can tease this and then we can do wrap up because wrap up's gonna take a little while too. And then
I love the fact that you brought back the game. You were like, I'm rolling this back and I'm bringing it back.
Entropy Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I took it away from the news and I put it down here. So we don't spend as much time on it.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think because we can do that topic anytime. Like it's not timely topic. We can just do it whenever. But now we're ready. The lists are all good, and we're ready for the show. So we don't have to.
Oh boy, I'm almost done. I promised the chat. I promised
did.
everybody this was gonna be gone before the end of the episode. And mark my words, it's going down. I'm going down
Man,
swinging.
I was gonna say, I hope you don't wake up in the middle of the night and feel like athletic race. Just run through the bathroom.
I hate you, vitamins and minerals.
Man,
I do not like being healthy. This is not a good time. Being healthy sucks.
honestly, I think if you just eat your vegetables and just do a little workout, you don't have to supplement like that. It's
Yeah, right. You know what? Now that I'm a student again, I still have my student badge, and apparently I'm still registered technically in the school. I'm just gonna go to the school gym. I'm not gonna go and buy a membership. I'm not gonna go and buy a membership. Screw that.
Why not?
Why do I gotta buy a membership and drive 15 minutes to a gym when I got a gym like 3 minutes away from me?
Right there.
That I don't have
Should
to
be a
pay
part of
for?
your student body. Yeah, it's a part of your student body benefits, right?
Yeah, it is. It's 3
Right.
minutes away because it literally, like, if you must know, like, the school is right there. Like, I can literally point to where the school is. That's
So you walk to school.
I don't walk to school, but like I could walk to school if I wanted to. It only
There's your workout.
It'd only take me about 10 minutes to walk to school. It's very close.
Not bad.
So, like, actually, I've walked to school like several times, solely because like I was walking with somebody with me, but I've done it. I usually drive there because I'm too lazy, and also I like to stay in bed a little longer than I should.
Yeah. I feel you on that. I feel you.
Yeah, but, and I say this but it is close. So I'm thinking, you know what? Screw paying for a membership If I have my, if I still have my number, all they need is the number. They don't need to know if you're registered or not. As long as they
Right.
see that you put your number in there, I'm definitely going there.
Sick.
That's
There you
gonna
go.
that's gonna be a daily occurrence too. As soon as I start school, I'm gonna just hit the gym every day.
Yeah, you don't even have to do a lot. You can do like a half hour every day, like just just get the body moving.
Yep,
Feel good.
feeling good, feeling fresh. All right, I think that was
All
a
right.
good break.
Yeah, let's close out this show. Already broken. The last sip of Athletic Greens going down your throat as you choke on it. Oh no. Oh, there's a little bit more. There's a little bit more.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going down. So
All right. The final sip. Here it is. And the Athletic Green bottle is completely. Oh my God, your face. Your face. It's just for the people not listening, not watching this. Every time you take a swig of that green juice in that bottle, it's just.
Ugh.
It's
The worst part
It's
is
not
that
good.
it wasn't fully mixed apparently. So all that like sediment is at the bottom, and I was just
Gross.
that all at once. Ugh.
I'm gonna assume that's gonna be your last bottle of Athletic Green ever.
No, apparently not, because I have
Oh,
a lot
man.
of it still. So I'm just gonna do
Oh.
it.
Don't do it to yourself, please.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mac. I'm sorry, Pringle. We're not getting the Athletic Greens sponsor.
No, we are not. We are not. It's okay. I mean, we'll get something
we'll
else one of
survive.
these days. Yeah,
You
we
know
will.
what? Look, if GG or what is the other one? Gamer Sups or what's the other one? G Fuel. They want to sponsor us. I'll do the ad read and I'll drink any of those drinks on podcast all the time.
Yeah.
You will see me drinking those. I'll drink those. Not Athletic Greens. I'm sorry. You couldn't force me to do this ad reads on this.
Yeah, no. Speaking about something we're not going to force is this topic for this week. So we talked during the break. We went a little long this podcast on the pre-show as well as the news and stuff. So it's getting late, and the topic that we have here is not like a timely topic. We can really grab this out of the hat anytime we want on any podcast. So I'm thinking, unless something drastic happens between now and episode 9, this topic will go on episode 9, which will be next week. And just a little tease for people. So it's going to be a cooperative tier list. And I know tier list is like a taboo word, but this one is going to be fun because it features game genres. So Broken and I have listed each individually 31 different game genres that you can think of. So think like first-person shooters and 2D platformers and a bunch of other ones. So we each have our own list. And what we're going to do next week is we're going to look at game genres, talk about them a little bit, maybe speak a little about our favorite games from that genre, why we like them, why we don't, why we put them on where in the order of our tier list, and then see if we can combine our tier list to create one, and then go over it and see where we land. Because, for example, Broken might like a certain genre very, like might have it as top 5, but I'll have it at like 25. So where do we land on the combined tier list? I think that would be fun for next week, so you can look forward to that. And now we can do our little take a flyer wrap up. There are a few.
Let's go. I'm excited. All right. So,
Hey, you know how you were talking about ads though? The first thing here on the take a flyer is Triple KO. It doesn't have to do with ads, but so Triple KO is a fighting game podcast with like 3 really popular YouTubers. They're going on a bi-weekly format, and man, I'm telling you, it's very hard to do fighting games every single week like they have been doing, like I try to do with FGC Hollywood. It's tough. Like you literally have nothing else to talk about after you've talked about like the
game.
But if there's no news, like it's very tough to just come up with topics that have not been discussed ad nauseum. So the fact that they're going to a bi-weekly format, man, we've gone through that. We've hit that plateau of like, all right, I guess we're going bi-weekly because we just can't sustain doing the weekly stuff.
And then afterwards, we'd come up with one episode that takes like 3 hours because everything just hits at once.
Yep, exactly. It's feast or famine in the FGC. So yeah, Triple KO going bi-weekly, something we know very well.
We don't have to do that because we do all
No,
games, and there's
not
like
anymore.
News, There's news every day about a game.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about voice acting drama. We wouldn't have done that in FGC Hollywood. It would have been like Street Fighter 6 as lobbies, instant, whatever. The ads. You were talking about ad reads. So I don't listen to Triple KO, but I heard from people that do that. I guess the ad reads that they do, the timing for them is like really bad. Like it's just like in the middle of conversation or like randomly. So if we ever do get fortunate enough to have ads on this podcast, I'll try to edit them correctly to put them in between breaks or whatever. So there you go. Mm-hmm. Number 2, Kotaku is trash. So when I do my show notes, I get a lot of emails from different news outlets like Gematsu and IGN and Kotaku. Every time I get a Kotaku article, I was like, delete, trash. Like it's always like the stupidest thing that you can think of. Like it's never anything worthwhile. So I just wanted to put that on record. Every time I see an article from Kotaku in my email, I'm like, no, trash.
IGN is also slightly trash.
IGN is heavily trash.
They're hit or miss because either they have a terrible editor or they have a great editor. It's always wishy-washy because one editor is doing the Lord's work and bless that fucker. And then there's another guy that's just, I want to just make drama for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, IGN had a golden age, dude, during like 2006 to about 2011. Like IGN was actually really good.
I will say this. The guy that they have that is doing fighting games actually knows what they're talking about when it comes to fighting games. Because, like, so far, the fighting games that they've talked about, which they talked about very few, but every time they do, they seem to nail it on, like, explaining why the fighting game's good. So
they used to have a guy by the name of Vincent Janito who did fighting games, and he got trouble for, for stuff.
Yeah.
But he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad doing fighting games.
I will say that. Yeah. I also think Polygon is also good.
Polygon's not bad. I do like Polygon stuff. Yeah. Okay, MK, the mobile game. So Mortal Kombat Onslaught announced for iOS, Android, due sometime in 2023. It will be a, quote, collection role-playing game.
Ooh.
Players must build a team of fighters from a vast roster of characters and unleash them in massive real-time group battles to stop a dark and dangerous threat from wrecking. I'm so bored just reading this. Across the realms. Like, that sounds awful, honestly. That's not good.
I hate to say it, fighting games were not meant to be on cell phones. But
No.
the only I know you're going to hate me on this. So get the Mike Z died for nothing quote ready, but
God damn it. God damn it.
Skullgirls Mobile is the only good fighting
It is a good mobile game. I mean, Mike Z did die for nothing, but like it is Skullgirls mobile game actually is a good
I knew you were,
well, like
I
the
knew
only
it
good
was
example.
I knew
Yeah,
you
the
were
only good example.
coming, but I was like, just get
He
it.
did. He died for nothing.
Get the,
So did Gutex. No, I'm kidding.
No, Gutex died for many good reasons.
Yeah. Shout outs to Gooey. He looks better. He looked better in that one Street Fighter 6 stream he did. He looked not as crazy. He looked like he had it together a little bit. Maybe he's making a comeback. You know, Mike Ross is on Twitter kind of saying, he's like, hey, I'm playing Guilty Gear Xrd or whatever. And then he's kind of involved. Gooey is kind of back, you know?
Look, I hope Gooey has the opposite of Kanye West, where he like actually comes back sane.
Hopefully, yeah. Please,
Okay.
Gooey. The FGC, I think, is a better place when Gooey is
Not there.
is sane and, you know, just chilling. But, you know, we all go through ebbs and flows. So yeah, MK is announced a mobile game. I'm not going to play it.
I'm never.
One thing-
Look, here's
No.
the thing. I hate to say this, but every time I give NetherRealm Studios a chance, I give them a chance. It always bites me, dude.
Yeah.
Injustice sucks. Injustice 2. Injustice 1 almost made me. Injustice 1 almost made me quit fighting games.
Damn,
Dude,
not bad.
it wasn't until Guilty Gear Xrd Sign, which is a shitty game. I'm sorry, Xrd Sign's a shit tier game now. It
Yeah,
wasn't
first
until-
version.
Until Xrd Sign that I almost thought about like stopping fighting games. I was like, bro, fighting games must not be for me. And then Azure Sign came out, and I was like, you know what? I love fighting games. But bro, before that, oh boy, I almost had Injustice, and then Mortal Kombat. Oh, god awful game. I don't know how.
9 was good. I like 9. Mortal Kombat 9 was fun.
9 was okay.
For casual fun, like I'm not an MK guy, but like I had a
also
roommate who
busted
loved
mess.
NRs.
That
It was.
That is a busted mess. There's so many
Yeah.
messed up things about that game.
Cabal was so good. He was really good. Speaking of Injustice, give me a percentage.
Mhm.
The next Injustice that comes out, what percentage do you give that either Omni-Man from Invincible or Homelander from The Boys is a guest character?
That's a good question.
I think Homelander higher, right? Just because he can translate a little easier, kind of like
Yeah,
you got-
Homelander would probably be higher on the list. And
Yeah.
also, if Homelander is, then Superman's gonna unironically be like, "You seem to be a weird imposter." Like they're gonna go
Right.
back and forth about who's the imposter.
I think
Omni
those are like shoo-ins in my opinion.
Yeah, those are actually shoo-ins. I know because like, what's it? Omni-Man is a independent guy from an independent.
They're both Amazon
Yes,
properties.
They are both Amazon properties, and I'm pretty sure Amazon would be like, "Yeah, take it, go for it."
Yeah,
If
they would
if
partner with
Warner Brothers-
NRS.
Yeah, if Warner Brothers wanted to ask them, I don't know, because Warner Brothers Discovery is under some shit right now.
Hmm.
Did you know they only have enough money to pull that two movies? And it's Black Adam and the other movie.
Oh, that Black Adam, The Rock. I'm getting Rock fatigue, dude. Like
I will watch
I'm
the movie.
I'm done with The Rock.
I will watch the movie solely because I like Justice League and Justice Society. Well, Justice
Yeah.
Society is kind of garbage, but Justice League is cool. I say Justice Society sucks because Justice Society kind of has some terrible bench warmers on their team.
Right. Who's better waifu in Justice League, Hawkgirl or Wonder Woman?
Oh my god.
There's only one right answer here.
Well, Wonder Woman's actually the A-lister. Hawkgirl is the D-lister.
So who's better?
I hate to say it, but Wonder Woman.
What? No, it's always Hawkgirl.
Hawkgirl's sexier and more of a cool character, but in terms of like who's actually better,
Hawkgirl, all the way. She's sick.
I'll admit I would rather go on a date with Hawkgirl than Wonder Woman. Any day of the week.
I mean, Diane, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, them's fighting herds, dude. I gotta say, I think TFH's OST, the original soundtrack, is like criminally underrated. Like it's so good. Like there's certain tracks on there, just like I see the views on YouTube, and it's like 2,000, and I'm like, damn, like this is banging. Canyon Pass is sick. Velvet's character theme is really, really good. And there's a bunch of bangers on that. Like, I understand it's ponies, but y'all are just missing out. Like, listen to a little bit of TFH has to offer. Also, dynamic soundtrack. It's sick.
You know what we have actually screwed up?
On what?
This is the 4th episode where we forgot to do the word of the day.
The word of the day, god damn it.
And you know
Oh,
what?
wow.
We could do the word of the day right now because it's not a pony game. You remember what the word is?
No, what is the word?
Hold on.
Forgot. You don't have it queued up? Oh my god.
Can't do it.
Oh my god. Broken, please. Please. Not like this. Not like this. It means, give me the definition first, then give me the word.
Okay, so got it. So the word is.
No, the definition. I want the definition first.
So the definition is being hoofed or a hoofed animal. All right.
Okay.
So the word is ungulate.
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 All right.
Ungulate.
Ungulate? Ungulate.
Hold on.
God damn it. God damn it. We can't pronounce shit. Archipelago.
Archipelago.
God damn. We're so terrible at pronouncing stuff.
Having a very bad day.
I'm also
We
having-
can't say anything. Remember we said like archipelago? Oh my god, we're so illiterate. It's bad. I turned 29. I can't speak.
Ungulate. Ungulate.
It's not good.
ungulate. It's ungulate.
Ungulate. Okay. All right. Hooved.
Ungulate.
Them fighting hooves.
Yeah, it's a hooved animal fighting game. It is not a pony game.
Yeah.
Every
Hey, Texas. Texas is joining soon. TFH.
Texas is
Crossplay is in there.
Yes, crossplay will be like straight up. They already
Yeah.
announced crossplay. That's awesome.
Yeah. I think it's active. I think it's there.
Yeah. All right. So
So.
the word of the day, everybody, is ungulate.
I'll put that at the top of the show for the next week. We'll come up with something else. I'll put it at the top of the show for some housekeeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Um,
I was not.
so
about to-
TFH is cool.
I was not about to make us have another episode where we forget the word of the day.
No. Yeah, it's good catch. Hey, congrats to Majin Obama. You ever seen Pokimane say Obama's name? Thank you, Majin Obama.
God,
That's how
that
she
was
said it.
You should actually post that like right here.
Oh man. Yeah. So
She did our boy dirty.
yeah, but I mean, ever since then, she's gotten it right because now she's more,
Well,
she's more involved in the FGC. This was back in the day, so she didn't know who he was.
to be fair, she is. To be fair, when you become a simp to Pokimane, apparently Pokimane will understand who you are. This is pre simpage days.
Yeah. So Obama, hey, congrats to that guy. He's become the true pro streamer.
He did.
As part of a series of Twitch promotional campaigns in Japan. I guess he won a contest. Obama can be seen lighting up the busiest pedestrian crossing in the world in Shibuya
6 cities.
Crossing.
6 cities. He was in there. And you know what? I love the picture they used for Majin Obama because
Yeah.
they used the one where he looks like a Tekken character.
Mhm.
I was like, bruh,
Yeah.
he looks like a Tekken.
He's famous.
Yeah, he's famous. Our boy
I had a famous person on the podcast.
Our boy Majin Obama. Finally, he made it.
He made it. From little Louisiana to big Japan. Shout outs to Obama. He's well deserved.
Hashtag my
Ge-
president.
Right, yeah. The true president. Majin Obama. The way she said it was so funny. Dude, game starts. And games, I think, are so important. I've been playing some games, obviously, after playing Death's Door, which is just like, it's so cool. Death's Door is like, hey, just get in the game. I'm not holding your hand. Do some cool shit. And then eventually, it tries to teach you by showing you, like, hey, don't do that, do this. But it's not hand-holdy at all. I went from that to try and playing Control. And I was like, ugh, this is awful. Like, you don't do...
for a long time.
Dude, it's terrible. And like the chick is just keeps on talking and I can't have no control of her, no pun intended, but I can't do anything. And I was like, this is boring. It's just ugh. And I wasn't in the mood to like just sit there and listen to this chick blabber. I was like, I just want to do some cool shit for a second. Anyway, I exited out. I'll play it when I'm in the mood to play that game, but like I was like, oh, this is
I
bad.
hear it's a good shooting game.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't enjoy the first part of it, but then again, I wasn't really interested for the story. I just wanted to try it out. And man, that start for that game is rough. But anyway, I think beginnings of games make such a huge first impression. So if your game starts fast, that's probably good.
Oh my god, is this Max Splicer talking about a Nintendo Switch game?
Oh yeah, we don't forget the Switch here. No womp womp this time. In Sound Mind coming to Nintendo Switch, an imaginative first-person psychological horror with frenetic puzzles, unique boss fights, and original music by The Living Tombstone. Journey within the inner workings of the one place you can't seem to escape, your own mind. Now available on PC via Steam, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and finally, the Nintendo Switch. Also, dude, shoutouts to Modus Games. I'm really digging them as a publisher. They're picking up all these cool little indies. TFH. They got that one that we talked about. I forgot what it was called, but it looked kind of like Dark Souls-y. It looked sick. We talked about it. I forgot the name. But a bunch of other games. And Modus has been like a really killer publisher, I find, lately. So shout outs to them. And the last but not least, we were supposed to make this like a little news item thing, but I just bumped it down to the wrap up. The Entropy Center, a mind-bending first-person adventure where you solve ingenious and complex puzzles by rewinding objects through time. The game will be available on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, as well as on Steam on November 3rd, 2022, and currently has a playable demo available on Steam for users to download.
There you go.
So yeah, some cool games there, some shout outs. And what's the opposite of shout out? Because I trash Kotaku. A whisper down? No, a whisper.
No. I think.
Why did I say down? I get a whisper in. that's the opposite of a shout out, right?
I guess if you really want to be like, if you want to be like literal, that is the literal
Yeah.
opposite.
Shout out Obama. Whispered in Kotaku.
Murmured
that's
in
all we
might
have, my
also
friend.
be it. Murmured in. I murmured in.
Yeah, murmured in. We murmured on this podcast, and way too long. But hey, my friend, we've arrived at Orbis. Episode 8 is done, is complete, and thank you, my friend, for joining me. Joining me, on another successful airship ride. And it's been good. Yeah, so next week we'll come back to that topic unless anything crazy happens. But until then, hopefully you enjoy this podcast. I know we took a week off, but sometimes we need breaks. So we took one. We'll be back next week, though, for sure. And who knows, maybe a wild Pringle will join us. That would be fun. And if not, it'll still be me and Broken talking about silly stuff that involve video games sometimes. And we'll talk about a new word. But anyway. Till next time, peace out, y'all. Take care of yourself. See y'all later. Peace.
Peace. This episode is sponsored by viewers like you.
Oh, man. I thought you were going to say Athletic Greens. I was like, no.
Koji,
no Athletic Greens.
Koji, Foe, thank you for watching the live podcast. Appreciate you guys.
Shout outs to those guys.
Yeah, indeed. Shout outs. And also, shout-outs to viewers like you who are definitely not hearing this sponsored access.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you want to put it in as an afterthought, like, and viewers like you.
I heard, damn, I was listening to a sports podcast and they had a weird ad talking about, you know what's strange? There's these podcast networks and you'll listen to a podcast and then the ads are for other podcasts. It's like, wait a second. Why would I want to listen to a podcast about sleep when I'm listening to a baseball podcast? Like, that's not even close to the niche, you know?
That's true.
Strange. What's up with that? What's the deal?
What's the
with
deal
airline
with hospital food? I love that. What's the deal with hospital food? I don't know. What is the deal with hospital food? Please tell me, Mr. Kramer.
So I only have here...
Mr. Kramer, what is the deal with hospital food?
I only got one more slot Broken for the free version of the voice mod.
What is it?
Well, I only got one free slot left. So I hate this game from my buddy Snowflake. Maybe I'm a lion. They can't do it in a bad day. So I only have one slot left.
We have to find one for our boy Pringle.
Yeah.
What would Pringle's voice be?
It would be...
you know how he always says this game's dookie? Dog water? That's it. This game's dog water.
Wait. Look up... what's his name? Bill O'Reilly sucks. And it's like him saying this thing fucking sucks. It's really funny.
Hold on. Is it Bill
I'm pretty
O'Reilly
sure
gets the boot, or is it...
No, it's Bill O'Reilly. Meltdown?
Oh, I see it. Fucking thing sucks. I got it.
Yeah.
Fucking thing sucks.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I want that one for Pringle.
Fuck it. I love that one.
Thanks.
We'll do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Oh man, it's the best. We'll find one for Pringle
That's true. It was.
because we might have to get him an intro too, like how you have maybe you're a lion.
Mhm.
We'll need. So I could just play the snowflake clip for him because apparently he hates every game.
Speaking of, before we end this, you might want to put this in as an afterthought for the podcast. Sony got fucking flamed tonight. You know why?
Oh what?
So they posted, well, the guy who runs their Twitter thing, he posted a very low quality image of like the fin, one of the fins on the Hunter from Bloodborne's hat. They're like, oh, I wonder what this game is, and everyone got hyped as hell, thinking, oh, is this announcement for Bloodborne remaster? And then they deleted it in an hour because of how much hate Sony got, because Sony keeps remastering games,
Remastering Bloodborne, yeah.
remastering, what is it, Horizon Zero Dawn and The Last of Us, but the game that everyone wants to fucking get remastered, which is Bloodborne,
Yep.
no news or information.
I wonder. I mean, does FromSoft have anything to say about that, or is it just
They could
all
literally just
Sony?
get Bluepoint to do it. Bluepoint did, what is it, Demon Souls, and Bluepoint did a really good Demon Souls. I mean, I don't like Demon Souls out of the Souls series, but I liked the Bluepoint game. It was a good game.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Persona 5 continues to get fucking re-released. That's like, Jesus, can we stop with this shit? Like,
It's not getting re-released. Well, actually, it is. It's getting released on all the consoles now. It's getting released on Nintendo Switch, and it's getting released on Xbox.
Right, end this suffering. End my suffering.
You know what will end your suffering? P5A. That would end your suffering.
If they added old characters in there, yeah, maybe.
They'd have to add old characters. They'd have to add to, because P5A would probably be the end of the P3 to P5 series.
I guess I never really thought about it, but they never really established if, because Inaba is fictional, but Persona 5 happens in Tokyo, which is
It's Shibuya.
Well, that's still real life.
Yeah, Shibuya's real life. Actually, it's funny. I was playing Persona 5, and I was like, yeah, I know that place. I know that place. I've been there. I've been there. I know that place. It's insane.
So I don't know how they would handle that, because, like, you have a fictional place, and
it's not that hard.
are the characters real?
You could just say it's in like the what's that place called?
The TV world?
No, it's like the Kanto region. Kanto. It's like, like the forest area where it's like the old school Japan. You have to like, it's like a.
You know what? Yeah, I guess you're right, because they're all still in Japan. They just happen to have their hometowns be fictional. But they did go to because they did go to Tokyo for like a field trip or whatever, right?
Yeah, they went to Tokyo for a field trip, so therefore it would work. And I don't know if I heard this or not. I heard this right or not, but apparently P5 is supposed to be the end of P3 to P5 story. So, the only way they could end it is if they do P5A, because they already did P5 dancing, so they have to do P5A to finish the whole story arc, which they could finish the story arc with P5A, unless they do some magical thing where, like, actually we need P6 to end the story, which, whatever. All I ask is that in P6 you can they have a female main character. P5 Strikers was not it. I am sorry.
My buddy King said he played that game after really liking P5A, and he was like, man, I kind of feel different about that cast of characters after playing Strikers. So I was like, I just don't.
I think what's weird is that Strikers tried to continue the story, but the way, here's the thing. Strikers was a fun game, but was executed poorly because like there's so much dialogue that like Persona's a dialogue heavy game, right?
Yeah. It's
And
almost
so
like a visual novel.
yeah, and so when it comes to like explaining like information to the audience, the problem with Strikers is that Strikers is a Banchero game, which means there's shit fucking everywhere, right? And you have to beat up all these no-name trash enemies. And so your mind is focused on beating up all these trash characters. Meanwhile, the boss is giving you all their lore, and you're like, I don't know what the hell you're saying. I can't even hear you because, like, there's all this action going on. So
Yeah, I mean that's
I think
they milked that series though. They made every spinoff they could think of with that series.
I always hate how the spin-offs are canon. All of the spin-off. Even the Q series is... I have a gripe with Q. I have a fucking huge-ass gripe with Q. The Q versions, both Q1 and Q2, can be fucking vanished from the ether, and no one would bat an eye.
Nobody would care now.
And the reason I say that is because guess what? They're all dream sequences. Oh, we went to sleep, and we met all the other guys when they were young. And we're all young together in high school. And then we wake up in our respective times. And it was all a dream. And none of us remember any of the events of Q. But it all happened.
Yeah, dream sequences are just kind of whack.
They are based off the entry and Odyssey junk. But, like, still, I just... Look, the gameplay for Q is great. The music for Q is great. The canonicity of it is hot garbage. I hate it happened, but it was all a dream, so none of us know about it, but it happened.
Yeah. Kind of a cop-out, ain't it?
It is. And here's the funny story, is that P3 and P5 Dancing did that exact same stupid trope. Where there was
because What's-His-Face is alive.
Well, because what they did was it was like, oh, it was a dream, and the only people that know that it happened were the conductors. Only the conductors remember the events of P3 Dancing and P5 Dancing. That's a huge cop-out. So you're telling me that these conductors, you know, the Elizabeth, her brother, her sister, and the two...
Margaret.
Yeah, Margaret. And the two twins, they...
Caroline and... forgot the other one.
Yeah, I forgot the other one too. They remember the events of y'all just dancing like y'all's heart away, but none of the people remember it. Justine, thank you, Koji. Justine?
Yeah, Justine.
They remember that you guys danced, but you guys don't remember you danced? Oh, and what was the reward for dancing? It was what? The power of friendship?
Of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah.
At least Persona 4 fucking added content to the story.
Yeah, that's true. The fighting games are actually pretty good lore-wise.
Persona 4 Dancing actually had a good story and lore. It was like, oh, hey, what is it? You and Naoto went to college, so they went to city. What's her name? Mary is crying all the time in Inaba, so it
Marie.
Marie. It always
Mary.
rains. It always rains in Inaba because Yu's not there. Because the only reason she'll be happy is if Yu's there. So it's always raining in Inaba, which I think is a funny story. And also, it actually explained what the characters were doing before 5. It was literally a send-off to, like, their story. I was like, wow, this is a great send-off.
I would love a time skip, though. Like, I think it would be super cool if we got a time skip and all those characters. Kind of like how we got Ultimax, where the 3 cast got time skipped and they're, like, older.
Well, that's
I would love to see that with 4.
That's what they did with P4A. It was a time skip for 3. It was like, oh, hey, this is what the P3 cast are doing.
Yeah, but I think it would be cool to have 4 have them just be in college age, like no longer be like high school. Like
I think
if they're all 20.
Well, that's what they did with P4 Dancing. Was they were all in college except for what is it? The
Kanji.
Well, no, Kanji and his class were still in high school, but they were seniors. But
Right.
like you and his class were all college students, or they were doing their own thing. So,
But they still kind of look the same, right? I mean, they didn't change.
it's a year. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to change in a year like your appearance.
Yeah.
Like 3
I
years.
would like a legit like 5-year time skip or so. Like,
Honestly, that's why I want P5A, because in P5A you're gonna have the P4 cast be adults, and you're
yeah,
gonna have
that'd
the
be sick.
P3 cast adults.
They're like 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, except for Dog Boy and
Oh yeah. But who gives a shit about Ken?
well, some people give a shit about Ken. More people give a shit about what's her name. She's actually gonna be in high school or college at that point.
Wait, who?
She was the announcer chick.
Oh, Fuka.
Yeah, Fuka. People give a shit about her.
Yeah, because Fuka's sick. I mean, Fuka is actually helpful. Ken sucks. Like, he's annoying. Koromaru is cool, but damn, Koromaru is a dog. He's gonna die. He doesn't have much time left.
Oh, no.
Although he does have a persona, so
Maybe the persona keeps him alive, or
Special, yeah.
or maybe Elizabeth keeps him alive as like I can't let you die.
yeah. I honestly like Liz is kind of strange in the fact that like she doesn't really care about the P3 cast. She only cares about like Makoto. Yeah, it's like
Well, to be fair, in the end of at the end of P4 AU, she gets the Joker card, so she could
Yeah.
technically take Makoto's place.
well, she's trying to free
Makoto,
him from from becoming from being the seal to whatever.
He is. The
So she's
seal
trying to free him.
currently. She's trying to free him. But
Yeah.
the only
Dorkun.
way Dorkun.
Dorkun.
The only way you can free him technically is either killing the demon that he's sealing, or becoming the seal yourself. And she has the card that allows her to be the seal. So does that mean
Yeah.
she replaces Makoto, or does?
I don't know. She does have his persona, and
I always thought that was stupid in the Persona universe, that the only people that can swap personas were Joker cards.
yep.
Like, what? You're telling
Yeah.
me that nobody else has the ability to just swap personas except for people with the Joker Arcana? That's kind of weird.
Well, I mean, that's what makes
The player
Like-
character unique. But
yeah. That's the whole point. He's the wild card, as they call it.
Yeah, but still, like, unless you have the wild card, you can't. You're stuck with your persona.
Well, they did it. They gave Igus wild card when they did FES, right? So
Well, yeah, because Igus took Makoto's place. She literally takes his place in the story. Like, after 3, she literally becomes like the main character of the 3 cast. She literally is like, I'm gonna be the leader now.
there is a really cool boss fight where they're fighting Shadow Makoto, and he uses every single one of their own personas. So like he'll bring up Caesar, he'll bring up like Athena, or not Caesar. I guess he doesn't use Caesar. He still uses Polydeuces, I think. But anyway, like it's kind of sick where it like every time he uses one of their persona, they're like, wait a second. And I was like, what the fuck?
You know what I would really like, by the way, if for them to do? In P5A, I want them to use the final forms of the Persona 4 cast personas, not the original forms. Like they did
Yeah.
in P3, because in P4, because in P4A, they don't use the original forms of the personas, they use the final forms. For the
Yeah, they use like Caesar and Isis and everybody else.
I want them to do
Yeah,
that.
that'd be cool.
I want them to do that for the P4 cast. I get it. The P4 original Persona casts, like original personas, are more popular than their final forms.
Yeah, I think they're better designs than the default P3 ones. Those personas for 4, I think, are just better designs. Maybe that's why they kept them. But
I think that it would be like a passage of time. Like, hey, this is because
yeah,
I don't.
it just means like your social link is all the way up, so
Maxed
the
out, yeah.
persona evolved. And
I think that would be a really cool way to show passage of time. Besides, oh hey, they're older now.
they use them for the instant kills.
They do, but like I want them to be like the actual
The standard,
persona,
yeah.
the standard persona.
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of really sick. But then again, that's just my wishful thinking.
I don't know when a P5A would even. When
Alright,
would they
sis,
even
get
make
to
that?
it.
they got their hands in so many different pots. Like
You're right. Arc System Works has way too much, like.
so much shit going on. Like they want to do everything
It's not that they want to
except for
do
BlazBlue.
Yeah.
Womp
It's
womp.
not that they want to do everything. It's that I feel like Arc System Works is the Capcom of the modern generation. And I say that because
Yeah.
back in the day, Capcom used to be that company where it's like, oh, you want to make a fighting game with X characters? Sure, just give it to us. We'll make that fighting game. And now Arc System Works is like, oh, you have an IP you want to turn into a fighting game? We'll do it.
So what you're saying is we're gonna get a TVA. We're getting a TVA, or I guess it would be AVT.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Would they use just the one initial, or would they use the? It would be TMV.
Tatsunoko
ACS?
versus.
No, are we getting Type Moon versus Arxis?
Ooh. No, actually, no. French Bread versus Arxis. Because I want to have the
Oh, yeah.
Deki
French
Bunko cast. Like,
FVA.
yeah. That would be sick.
That'd be
That would
sick.
actually be sick.
Kind of like CBS.
FVA.
FVA doesn't really flow off the tongue though. AVF. AVF is a little bit better.
AVF, yeah. But yo, if they would do that, if Arc System Works and French Bread would combine forces and make, because French Bread Arxis actually publishes French Bread games for them, so like,
Right.
it
Yeah.
wouldn't be hard for them to be like, hey, we publish your games anyways. You want to just do a Duel Fates game?
Yeah, that'd be sick. But French Bread would have to put in.
Only Uni-Clear characters, honestly, because they would have to ask for Type Moon's permission for Melty, and then they would have to ask for, what is it, Sega and all the anime corporations' permissions.
Fate Stay stuff.
No, for Dengeki.
Oh yeah,
And they would also have to ask for Type Moon for Fate.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it could work in theory.
I don't
Maybe.
think it would be that hard, though. I think
2030.
I think
2030, we're getting
yeah.
FVA.
I think Sega would be super okay with giving them the Dengeki like thing. They'd be like, "Yeah, sure, fuck it, go for it." We want to.
I think honestly, I think Uniclair and Melty Blood would be enough to like go against just BlazBlue and Guilty Gear.
True, but this feels like BB Tag all over again.
yeah, it's gonna get whack. But make Type Moon make it, like, or make French Bread make it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Make French Bread make it. Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
like that. I like
Make that bread, French bread.
French Bread
That
gets paid.
French bread money.
French Bread makes like 10 cents per game, dude. They don't make a lot of money. Knock on wood, because French Bread is only making a lot of money because Type Moon makes like,
Yeah, they're lucky. They're definitely lucky. But
I swear to God, I still do not know how Fate is still relevant to this day. It is still relevant, and they're still making
Crazy.
so much money with Fate Grand Order.
look at Zio. He played that game like 3 times. Like the story for the mobile game. He's addicted.
Majin Obama is playing Fate Grand.
He's doing the arcade, right?
Edition. He's playing the arcade edition. He's putting boots on
Yeah.
the ground. That
He
motherfucker
is.
is putting boots on the ground. He's the reason
Hey.
why we're getting DLC for free.
That's how you get on billboards, man.
That is indeed how you get on billboards. You bring your cards to the arcade, and you're like, "Bam, baby!"
Indeed.
Hey, you know what? I salute Majin Obama. He's the reason I get free DLC.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Boots on the ground. Shout outs to Obama. Obamas. All right, man. I'm going to get out of here because I got to be at work in the morning.
I do too.
But GG's. Shout outs to your stream for hanging out with us. It was cool.
It was cool indeed.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna catch some hay. Man, I wish sometimes we recorded on Fridays, so when I go to sleep, I don't have to go to work.
You know what?
But
You know what? I'm gonna do you one thing. When I start school, we could swap from Thursday to Friday.
I'll think about it. I think Thursday's a good day, but we'll see. TBD. I kind
Because-
of want to make when Pringle comes back. I kind of want to make it like suitable for him as well. So
True. I'd say
see.
because here's the thing. Fridays when I start school are my day off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I get 3 days
Oh.
off. I get 3 days off because I work. I would go to school Monday through Thursday.
yeah,
So like I could still do Thursdays because I would. My last class is at from 11 to probably like 1. So I would still be able to do Thursdays, but Friday would be my day off. Friday would
Yeah.
be your day coming off.
yep,
So
that could work. We'll talk to the Pringles. We'll see what the Pringle man has to say.
what does the Pringle man have to say about that?
Our man, GG's,
GG's.
peace.
Peace.